even what we did last month.
Alright, fine. So, we went to Hades, we dealt with the Black Broker Lady, we made some deals. Lucas finally got the Sword of Avernus, which he's been trying to obtain for this entire campaign, because he has a deal with the Archdevil Bell in Avernus, that he has to return the sword to Zariel. If you remember all the politics in there, basically Zariel's controlling Avernus, Bell's second in command, Lucas made a deal with her. He needs to try and give the sword to Zariel to get her to leave Avernus so Bell can be back in charge so that he can free not only Lucas but also his fiancée, who is also trapped in Avernus. Yeah. We got to Avernus. We took Azrael Blazemark with us, even though he didn't know he was going, but we said, hey buddy, you're coming with us. We got there, we touched down near the River Styx. We saw a battle going on because the Blood War is still going on. It's been going on for thousands of years between devils and demons. We eventually made our way to finding a car lot, essentially, of a bunch of fiery vehicles. So we found the guy that was selling all these cars on fire. His name was Carson Fiero. I made the name easy for you guys to remember. So Carson Fiero, we basically made some deals with. We got a vehicle, we started rolling out. The vehicle rolls on soul coins, which he has. The deal that we've kind of made with him, though, is he wants to get out of Avernus, and we're going to free him or escape with him somehow, some way. We don't really know the details yet. From there, we traveled to finding the Wandering Emporium, which is run by Madavi, who is a Rakshasha. So we got there to try to get some more information. We found the slave market.
That shit's heavy as fuck.
Hey, let's mute.
All right.
Alright, so we got to the Wandering Emporium, found the slave market. Hungan bought a Hollyphant, which is a little flying elephant that we found is used to belong to Zariel, but it's lost its memories and it's slowly regaining them, along with the new slave chick, whatever her name is going to be, that Anad and Voss ended up purchasing. We ended up talking with Madalvi, whatever his name is, the Rakshasha.
Mahadin.
Mahadin, there you go. Trying to talk to him, find some more information. We ended up having to sell some information to him. We told him where the Book of Vile Darkness is currently, that it's with the Black Broker. And he was able to let us know that the Bronze Citadel, which is where Zariel is, it is moving. In 3 hours, it'll be crossing over Krashashish's Maw. Don't know how to pronounce that one. In 3 hours. And then in 6 hours, it'll be passing over the Iron Fortress. It does touch down on land briefly whenever it makes each one of these stops, and then after that, it'll be gone for the rest of the day. The problem with it is the Bronze Citadel is also surrounded by an entire battalion of Varinyas. Whatever you call that. Anyhow. So there was
Fallen angels, basically.
Yeah. So there wasn't any way to actually be able to get in there safely. So Hungan, who'd already made a deal to basically 3 deals. He made a deal to get some gloves from the guy that Fiero for getting some, I think it was gloves or something. Then after that, he made a deal with the succubus to get money, which then he gave that money to the guy that he got the gloves from. And then he made another deal to Madavi, whatever his face was. Mahadin, there it is. To basically move his contract over to Asmodeus, who actually rules all of the layers of hell. And yeah, so the deal for that was for him and all of his compatriots to be able to get the Bronze Citadel without worry, so that Lucas could complete his contract in the fastest and easiest way without any of us having to worry about dying. But then he had to make a complete oath and said he'd give him his heart and soul to be able to do this. He took the oath and then became basically a hell-sworn paladin that is just a soldier to the Blood War. And I think that's where we're at.
He has an infernal engine in his chest right now, too.
Yeah, there's that, too.
Because they took his heart. I swear I came up with that idea before Baldur's Gate 3 came out.
So long story short, we got to still get to the Bronze Citadel to meet with Zariel to get her the sword. In 3 hours, it's going to be crossing over Krash's Maw, whatever how you say that. And then in 6 hours, Iron Fortress. And we should be getting safe passage to get into the Citadel, which was the deal we were trying to make.
Excuse me.
All right. So, continuing off, the dealer, Carson, he says to you, before we continue forward, I feel like as though we should touch on what Mahadine said about an elder vampire apparently hunting you. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Yeah?
You know, the more I interact with your group, the more intrigued I become. After all, what possibly would a vampire decide to brave the depths of hell for? Is it just for you? Or is it for something else? Is there a reason this vampire is after you?
Well, Carson, I like you, so I'll give you some deets. It seems like he might be working with Levistus. Levistus has got some movements with some vampire cults up on the surface going on. We kind of gotta put a wrench in those plans. I don't know how far those plans really go, but basically our interests conflicted, and we stepped on each other's toes. Ours were the bigger toes.
Sure, but if I'm to understand vampires and devils actually have much in common with the way with their dealings and the way they think. Vampires, they follow an order. They have, despite their innate evil, they have a code that they abide by. A vampire doesn't pursue someone simply for bloodlust or revenge. They only take risks if they want something.
Gavin, did you remake Hoongan?
I did. You should be able to see him in there.
I don't.
I
I see the normal Hoongan.
Here it is. Okay. I accidentally claimed ownership of it. My bad. Let's see. I'll just release it real quick.
That'd be great, thanks.
There you go. Just start moving your inventory over while we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, so what do they want? A vampire, they only take a risk if they want something. So what do they want? It cannot but be just mere vengeance.
We have a lot of stuff. We come from a lot of backgrounds. We carry a lot of magic things. We've done a lot of stuff, man. He's got to take a number.
Make a deception check.
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure you do. I thought you did.
For a vampire?
Probably gonna have to refresh our memories, Gavin. It's been a while.
You would know, Lucas, that you are not the only person that was seeking out a certain relic, which you now have on your person.
Oh. Well, there's a lot of people that are wanting that relic. That's why the Black Burger's holding on to it.
Yeah. Well, essentially, if you're not going to confide in that specific detail, then I need a deception check.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not telling them that. 21!
Alright. He eyes you somewhat suspiciously, but you believe that you were able to sell it because he drops the matter.
Well, also because I believed it as well when Fred told him.
And we're gonna get to that fight. It's like, oh, that's what you wanted.
I still think it's funny that he's the black broker.
I mean, they're a night hag. I'm not going to continue explaining why it makes sense.
Well,
I just think it's...
that's one more person that wants us for whatever reason, so... we're going to keep things exciting while you hang out with us.
So, with that being said, Mahadine, he turns his attention to, with much intrigue, to the new soldier that he has recruited, that being Ungan, and says, Now, unfortunately, your pack did not come with anything more than, well, this. I can supply you with basic armaments to help support your new strength, but anything beyond that you will have to procure yourself. As he reaches behind his armory and like pulls out from a footlocker, basically, like long ass halberd and a great shield, and he says, "Take your pick. This is all I have for you."
I'll second both.
Fairly well. Do as you will. So, basically, all it is right now is you got a +1 halberd and a great shield. If you want other shit, well, you can pick it up.
Yep, nope, I got you.
So, I'll drag it in the chat. Here's your halberd. And here's your great shield. And, alright.
Great shield.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a homebrew thing. It basically gives you a +1 to your AC, even more so than a regular shield at a cost of movement speed, and with a strength requirement.
Like a tower shield kind of thing.
Yeah. So, Mahadine turns to the rest of you and says, "Reluctantly, I have a plan. I will create a distraction. As the brass citadel hovers over Kochki's maw, when it touches down, you'll find your opening. Trust me when I say that."
That doesn't sound like without worry or that's just an easiest way.
The danger will be all mine. Trust me when I say there will certainly be enough of a distraction for you to enter the Citadel unharmed and without worry. However, once you are in, there I can no longer help you.
Well, I guess that's what we get.
Unless you think I can tame the wrath of Zariel herself, when I assure you, that is far beyond my capabilities.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that's what this is a Hungan thing. Hungan made the deal. So if that works for Hungan.
As long as, again, the deal was as long as me and my compatriots get in there without harm.
Yes, you will arrive inside of the Brass Citadel without harm. What I am saying is I can do... That promise does not extend to once you have already arrived inside. There I can no longer help you.
So if I'm running into the Citadel and I stub my toe, does that nullify the deal then?
No. No, it does not. There is no clause that indicated self-harm.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be self-harm as he accidentally stubbed his toe.
That was not part of the bargain.
For the sake of not having to have 3 pages of this contract written out, sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're at. If we wanted it to be a 3-page kind of thing, we could check all the clauses and... Yeah.
Hey, Chat GPT, write me a D&D contract right quick.
So, with that being said, let's turn our attention to anybody else that has any specific RP things that they want to do. I know...
Well, I do have one question for him.
Okay.
When do we make our way? Because I know in a few hours it goes to...
In 3 hours.
Okay.
This is about an hour ride from here, so to accommodate any particular complications that we might encounter on the way, I would suggest you conclude your business here within the next hour.
Alrighty. And
So-
we already did all the shopping and stuff here, didn't we, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the major shops. I mean, like, there's...
I need to go to an armory first.
let me look it up. I have a parcel for that. if I can get my parcels to work. Come on, parcels. There we go. Wondering important.
In the hour that we have, I'm going to unattune to an item.
So there was okay, yeah, you can do that, and you can reattune as part of the same rest too.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So there's really only like just in the interest of not making shopping take fucking forever. I only made like one armory shop, so here it is.
I'm just looking for plate armor.
So like you have some basic plate, but let me look at something. If you're let me indulge for a sec. I got a few things that you could purchase if you were interested.
Yes, what are they?
So let's see. No, that wouldn't be useful to you. This, I mean, I'll show you, but that wouldn't be useful to you. Let me look at something else. There'd be no reason that you would need that, I wouldn't think.
No. I'm more looking for full plate.
Well, that is full plate, but let's see.
Excuse me.
Buy some dwarven plate if you want. That's always good.
How much for the necklace of fireballs?
That is 1,000.
Don't you already have that? Or I guess
Yeah,
you.
I think I'll buy that.
Okay. Yeah, drag it in your inventory. Let me put mark 0 for the stock.
Here we
And
go.
deduct the gold.
Yeah.
Is dwarven plate all you got?
Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. This one's pretty cool. Oh, no, that's not. That's not
I don't
cool.
need to be attuned to that either, do I?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh. All right. Let's go.
Ooh, here we go. There's a cool one.
Done.
Done?
It has 16 hanging from it then.
It's a bit pricey.
That's all the gold I got, but done.
That's about 10,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm now broke, but I don't care.
But you had the money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of scales?
Technically, I have 500 gold pieces left, but I'm broke.
That's practically broke. Yeah.
What scales are they?
Yeah.
They're emerald dragon scales. Wait, do I?
Okay.
Wait, do I need another? Wait, does this armor give me? Oh,
So-
I get a resistance of one type. So
Well, so if you wanted to go with the emerald route, I could give you resistance to psychic. You already have like resistance to thunder, but if you wanted like resistance to psychic, because they're also resistant to that too, I'd give you that.
all right, that's fine. I'll be resistant to psychic because I know a lot of what we fight have psychic damage.
Okay.
What is your new character?
Same thing.
Same person, just with a oath.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, that's right,
he's
yeah,
the
you
same exact character. He's just now a paladin.
So all right, well, there you go. That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have I mean, it does everything that it says. Just when it, where it says damage type, it's psychic.
Okay.
Because emerald dragons are resistant to that too. So.
Awesome.
All right, good deal. Anything else? Perhaps from either Marte or from you, Harold, from Voss or Anand?
At the moment,
Nope.
I can't think of
It's
anything.
been I just want to check in on my lady friend.
What was your new name that you came up with?
Andrea.
Her name is Andreja.
Andreja?
Andrea with a J.
Yes.
Are you making her
It's
change
Andrea
her
with a
last
J.
name too?
No, she can keep it the same, so it's technically Elvin. So you won't complain.
I mean, you can change her name to whatever you want to. She's not happy about you changing her name. She says, "My name is Methrit."
Happiness will come in due time, darling.
And
For your own good, don't worry.
she says to the two of you, did you even think through this? After all, in Neverwinter, slavery is frowned upon. It is illegal in most parts of Faerun.
Cool.
Did you think before,
You're not into it.
selling your soul to a devil?
That was not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, where do you intend to take me?
Wherever we go.
Wherever we go.
Strap in.
Said it at the same time.
Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep. Where?
Baldur's Gate
None-
3, if you want to be technical.
None of them. We don't go to. We're
Three
not
of us
from.
are going to Baldur's Gate.
We're not from Faerun, my dear. And that's all
What do
he's
you-
gonna say as he walks away.
You ain't in Faerun anymore, honey.
Yeah.
Are you not from Toril?
I'm
What's that?
from wherever you want me to be.
I give him a very low high five behind his back. Smooth.
She says, "This is just great. I'm not even going back to my home world."
At least
You
you'll
can
be at
visit.
a
We'll
hell.
all go. Don't worry.
We can
By
visit.
the way,
That's cool.
the planet that she is saying, you may have heard it before.
Yeah.
If you don't remember from where, I'm not going to tell you, but you may have heard it before.
Yeah, it's where the creeping Doom guy's from. The big monster that's eating planets.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the Black Diamond.
Now, what's that?
Okay, wow.
So I'm saying you guys have heard of that world before.
Yeah, that's where the dragon thing was from.
Sure, maybe.
I'm not worried about other worlds.
If you had played Starfield, you would know everything that's going on right now.
Yes, Sean, you're right.
I know I am. I don't know how to minute.
I was being
You see how he's
intentionally
chilling with that
vague.
pizza? He knows he's right.
There's a whole channel that has it written out.
By the way, at this point, Neston is still unconscious. You have been dragging him around with you this whole time.
Yeah, it's alright.
At one point, you thought he might have been waking up, but then he saw the market full of, devils and immediately lost consciousness again.
Cool.
Alright, he's a grown young boy. He needs his nap.
Shall I? Let's text Tony.
I'm gonna bet he's on freaking Starfield. Doesn't even care about D&D anymore.
Yeah, it's shown. He has himself not online, but I guarantee you that's because he doesn't want us to see that he's playing Starfield.
I occasionally hide offline too.
He's not on. No. He's not on Starfield right now. Mine's still on. He's not here.
He could just have himself marked as offline.
No. He can't hide from me.
Ah, okay. So, did anybody else have anything to do before we just do like a time skip, dealio?
No, I'm ready for the time skip.
Marte?
Yeah, we can. How far is the time
Maybe
skip
like
going?
a
Yeah.
Rocky
Like-
training montage.
Dun-dun-dun. Sorry. It's like a 3-hour time skip.
Oh well, okay. Can we, after post time skip, can she have come to terms with what's happening and be a bit more friendly?
I mean, maybe.
I don't want to have to break out the baby powder.
How about you actually put the effort into like making her feel comfortable and happy?
At what point have I ever coddled properly? I'm just kidding.
I will actually like
Her
sit with
name.
her and ask her about her homeworld that she came from and all like
Yes. Okay. All right, Harold. We'll do good cop, bad cop. You be the nice guy. You've got higher charisma.
that. I do. I really do.
Okay.
So
Because when she's like, oh my, when she's freaking out, I can like be like, oh, come over here, darling. I got you. I'm not gonna let him hurt you. Everything's okay, baby.
Yes.
Come over here. I don't want to have to hit you. I don't want to hit you at all.
I promise. I don't want to.
But you gotta learn to behave.
nobody else could respect you like I do.
Yes. No one will ever love you like this.
Home is not a place; it's a person, and I'm your home.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah,
All
bro.
right, before my skin starts to crawl, let's do the actual stuff here. Let's knock this out.
That came from a hard place. I'm gonna need to talk to you later.
I'm gonna need a safe space after this.
Yes.
All right, come on.
So she tells you, I'm from a world called Toril. I mean, the city I hail from is called Neverwinter. I don't know if I want to tell you more than that.
That's fine.
You know she's definitely hiding something. You don't need an insight check to tell that.
Let's reciprocate and tell her where we are from, respectively. So she'll see that we're on a level playing field. You go first.
Me?
No, Joe Smo in the corner. Yes, you.
Oh, I have to pull up my backstory. Let's see.
Which backstory? Which thing do I want to tell her?
Yes.
Well, that's
Yes.
actually very appropriate for him, because, yeah.
It's like I have a lot of backstory.
So,
You're like Roger from American Dad.
Yeah. So
What's
I'm actually from the past.
the scale armor was worth every penny
Oh, I know.
because now I have an AC of 26.
Jesus, bro. But don't you have a shield and your armor both slow your
Shield?
movement speed?
Yeah, but I don't care. No, my armor doesn't, just my shield.
The armor gives you an AC of 19. Your shield goes to 22. Your
But
fighting
if you
style
read
takes
the
it to
description-
23.
And if you read the description, it says this armor gains, it's a base of 18 because of plate, and then it's a +2 armor.
Oh, no. So what you're reading is the scale mail notes at the bottom. I altered this from a scale mail to a dragon scale. Or to like a plate mail. So what you're reading is that the +2 bonus that you can get from dexterity if this was medium armor, but this is heavy.
Okay, so the base is 19, you said?
Yeah, and then plus your great shield 22, fighting style 23, and then you have an item that actually takes it up to 25.
items.
But
I have two items because I had the Ring of Protection and the Cloak of Greater Protection. +2, +1.
yeah, I mean that's 2 of your attunement slots to do that. But yeah, actually 3 of your attunement slots to get to that point.
I have all of my attunement slots already done. Because of all that. I have all 5 of them done.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get back to what we were doing. So Voss, what were you saying?
I was just talking about her about how I was from the past, and I was fighting for the freedom and safety of changelings everywhere that were being hunted. And while I was in the process of doing that, got warped here, kind of out of my elements in the future. Still trying to adapt to it. I'll leave it at that.
So you find yourself in an unfamiliar place, unfamiliar with your time, and unfamiliar with, well, pretty much everything. Trust me when I say that I can relate.
Holy crap! We got somebody from the past,
I come
somebody
from
from the
world.
future. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm from a land of persecuted peoples. My ancestors, not so distant ancestors, are pretty much tyrant, savage monsters that drain mana from people and slaughter indiscriminately.
So, and you hear her, she cuts you off and says, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And as she says that, you notice she has, like, a chain tattoo around her neck. And it tightens for a moment as she says that.
Oh, I was gonna have Mage Hand just like kind of squeeze softly, but we'll do that too. No, I don't. I'm not that guy. I actually am a professor at a school, and I've been traveling the world seeking to change the opinion of and getting a little bit of revenge against the people who have preconceived notions about us being monsters. We're just normal folks. My compatriot here is he's a cool guy, and we
I nod my
picked
head.
you up because we saw that you needed help. Just think this through. If we're really the guys that are walking around here, we're not slaves. No one's compelling us to do anything, and we can afford to liberate you in this fashion. If we wanted to hurt you or had ill intentions, we would have done it already. So just relax. Be a little bit nice, and let's see if we can get through this together. What do you say?
Is your hand going up her thigh while you say this?
Oh
No,
my
it's
god.
No, it's going up my thigh while I'm saying
Alright, that was pretty good, Marte. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right, thank you. Do. Wow, my persuasion is boo boo. All right, we'll roll it one more time. And I rolled the exact same thing both times.
How about I give you a bardic inspiration for this?
You may do that if you would like.
Yeah, I'll spend a bardic inspiration for it. And
Okay.
by the way, my bardic inspirations are D12s now.
Damn.
12s?
Yeah,
So I added
it's my healing
D12
that's
to
a
that?
D10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Watch it be a 1.
Bro, don't do me like that.
Okay.
So a 17. Yeah.
She says, you see her sigh, and she says, perhaps I owe you a bit of an apology. All things considered, I suppose that I am better off with you than I was in the hands of that tyrant. And as she says that, you almost notice, like, she wants to gag just thinking about the devil that she was enslaved to.
I won't say it.
I was about to say, they're not
that
gonna
what
be
you
like, we'll take care of that later.
Oh my god. Where I was going with that was the thought of the dude disgusts her, but of course.
Oh,
Yes.
that took me a moment too.
Wow. Oof.
Yeah, guess I'm a little bit slow.
Or your brain is in another place. You know, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You don't expect maturity out of this party. You know that.
It's D&D. It wouldn't be D&D if there was maturity. So
Fair point.
she says to you, I suppose I should tell you a little bit more about myself. I was a merchant where I came from. I managed a shop in the lower city of Neverwinter.
Nice.
And I sort of was coerced into this pact that I have. I made some enemies. I worked for an organization undercover known as the Harpers, and I liberated some slaves who but let's just say that their slave master was not happy with me as a result of doing so. And so, as a cruel joke for the fact that I liberated slaves, I was captured, and there was informed that their souls would be sacrificed, as they were presented to me if I did not sign a pact. Ironically, one of the terms of the pact is that I must remain a slave, so long as the pact holder yet lives. The funny thing is, I am not even sure who the pact holder is. He was appointed by Asmodeus himself. So unless we can get the information from Asmodeus as to who holds my pact, who holds my contract, I will always be unburdened to them.
I see.
But yes, that is a part of the cruel joke of the fact. I liberate slaves, so I am forced to become one.
Okay. There are worse things, right?
And as you noticed then, as you are the holder of my chains, as you have lawfully purchased me, I can take no action against you, even speaking ill of you, as you have witnessed.
I don't know if this is possible, but then this is a question for you. Could I use legend lore to divine that information?
What, who her pact holder might be?
Yeah.
Let me read the spell. Maybe. Let me read the spell.
You're going by raw. I don't
You have that spell?
think so. Yeah, he's done it before.
Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Yeah, but you don't know the name of the person.
But you have...
Yeah.
Well, I know about her. I know about her magic. So I'm like, maybe I could just get some generalizations.
You keep prodding. You might, depending on the questions you ask and what you uncover, might get enough to go on to where that spell would be possible. Keep going.
Okay. Well, does the pact offer you any magical benefits?
It does. I can draw on the innate magic of my patron, like anybody who holds a contract can, to produce something that is essentially magic.
Okay, and what magic?
Long story short, she's a warlock.
Is it? Well, I get that. What kind of magic do you have? Describe it.
Well, since the source of my power is a devil, it's all fiendish.
Mhm.
I can draw
Cool.
upon the blessing of my dark patron to bolster my vitality in combat. I can use my patron's devilish nature and their connection to contracts to bolster my own luck. I know a wide variety of spells, most of them fiery in nature, but not exclusively. On top of that, I am a woodworker, if that matters, by trade. That's
Sorry.
Stop it.
Not funny. Not funny.
oh my god! Oh my god! Carpenter,
Sorry.
carpenter.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna ask her if she wants to.
We're not gonna know.
That's some low hanging fruit, guys. I mean, it's right there.
Very, very much so.
Yes.
Oh
Man,
gosh.
this is perfect. Perfect.
This is my fault. This is all on me. You know what? I'll see you guys. End of session. Talk to you later.
I wanted
Please
to.
don't.
So this makes sense. I almost. Why would I do that? No, my character's he's having some internal conflict. He's like, wait, Nah, we'll talk about it later. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for sharing.
Huh?
Yes,
I'm confused.
here, come on. He's like, thank you for sharing the information. We'll see what we can find out.
Well, there is
that
a
might,
little
you know-
bit more.
What?
Occasionally, when I draw on my patron's power, I get glimpses. I get...
Ooh.
It's not much, but I see columns of smoke. I see a city of red-hot iron, which I realize the similarities that may have to our current surroundings,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say, kinda.
one title comes to mind. The Lord of the Second.
Oh, okay. Can I legend lore the Lord of the Second?
Well, I think...
Who rules the second layer of hell?
I don't know. My hell knowledge is limited.
Yeah, you may use legend lore.
Okay. Let's just say that it happens in the time skip.
Okay. So, if your name isn't of... A name comes to mind. A location. The Garden of Delights. Inhabited by one Dispater.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord of the Second Layer of Hell.
Just throwing it out there, you could just ask me. I've been around here a bit.
Hey, Lucas, do you know who this Lord of the Second level of hell is?
I do. It's common knowledge around here, and we actually can. Let me see here if I remember this right. Let me take a look here. Yeah, in fact, we have a ways to be able to teleport to there.
Sweet. Who might this be?
To Dis. The second level of hell is Dis, ruled by Dispater.
Oh. So, we'll tell Andrea that and see what she thinks.
Yeah, Milo, the little halfling dude that hung out with us for a bit, he actually gave us a tuning fork to get down there if we ever wanted to.
Oh, that's
Do you guys have
pretty
a
sweet.
tuning fork to Dis?
Mm-hmm.
I actually did not remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get one other thing, and suddenly the nature of this pact starts becoming a lot more... It makes a lot of sense that Dispater would take joy in the idea of having someone enslaved. You see, the second level of hell, Dis, is actually the location of the largest prison in the entire lower planes. Aside from, of course, the plane of Carceri itself, which is literally just a giant prison. But outside of Carceri, it has a prison known as Mentiri, the great prison of Dispater, that is located in the plane of Dis.
Okay.
See, Dispater has a fascination with the idea of imprisoning somebody, of binding someone to service.
Your side quest seems very, a lot. So we're probably not going to do that. Get used to being a slave.
Just go ahead and get used to it, you know. You'll be alright.
So, I feel like I gave you a lot with that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
So, that's what she tells you.
Okay.
So, with that being said, we're about to get to the thing. I'm going to grab a beer and use the bathroom real quick.
We're about to get to that for like 40 minutes.
Well, I got to use the bathroom and I want to grab another beer.
Yeah, good you think, man. It's all good.
Alright.
Do it.
If you need to take 5, take 5.
As long
I'll take a pee break.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Harold. Harold.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what weapons do I want on my ship if I get rid of the rail guns?
So the two big ones that I like having on there is the laser turrets and then the particle rifle cannon. Because rifle cannon or particle beam can do both shields and turrets. And when you get everything leveled up and powered up, like it just melts stuff. And your turrets are going to soften everything. Your laser turrets soften everything up. So if you're just going full offense, I like missiles, or instead of a railgun, just a regular fast-firing cannon. Or if you want to be able to just steal ships a little easier, the suppressor. And then you can do like I do. Like my strat is I keep suppressor powered down unless I'm trying to steal a ship. Like, because all it does is disable things.
Question for y'all: what level did y'all start getting legendary items at?
I mean, I'd gotten one like as early as level 10, because that's what level I did the Mantis mission.
I think I got mine at level like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I might have had like a legendary weapon before that, but like I know I guaranteed got legendaries at 10 on.
Well, I'm doing the I don't know if y'all know this mission, but the one for like the UC the basically the good guys basically going undercover for them for the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you done that one?
Yeah.
Okay, question. Have you completely finished it?
No, because if you completely finish it, you have to pick sides.
So
Yeah,
so I'm at the point of picking sides.
Okay.
I've already picked the side I'm doing.
If you pick to side with the United Colonies, you get a really, really nice penthouse.
Yeah.
If you side with the Crimson Fleet, you get to continued access to their 4 shops in there that sell really, really good stuff, and that you can also sell stuff to, like a crap ton. They have 4 the 4 best vendors. That is the best place to sell stuff, including stolen stuff and contraband, as well as the best place to get general goods and stuff like that. You know, pragmatically, Crimson Fleet is the best. If you want to go with what is the best thing to do in terms of your conscience, probably the United Colonies, but you don't get as much from them.
Yeah, I've already chose the United Colonies. The problem I'm having right now is I'm trying to use the starter ship to finish this, and they have like 4 laser beams that just demolish the fucking ship. And
you're using the starter ship?
Died. I've
this
died
is definitely one
so
where
many
you're
times.
gonna need to come back. What I would recommend is like the Mantis mission gives a better ship, but you can actually do the Rangers story mission on Cheyenne, or in the Cheyenne system on Aquila. The story mission takes you there. If you go with Sam Coe, he takes you to Aquila, and you can do that mission, and that gets you the Star Eagle, which is the second best ship in the game, and you get it for free. Yes. And the first best one costs like 400,000.
I really like that automatic pistol that I got doing that.
But you can get the second best ship in the game, and then you can come back and whoop those guys' asses.
Yeah, I'll probably do that then.
Yeah, because right now the starter ship is not made for those. Like that's like a later level mission. Like they're just higher level, basically. It's like if you take that into a level 70 area and 3 level 30 hyenas come out, they're just gonna smoke you.
Yeah, like I've killed the first laser beam. Now I'm on to the second, but I just for some reason.
You literally just need more shields. You have like 500 shields on that ship. My ship right now has 1,600 shields and then 2,000 hull. Not to mention weapons, more weapons. Plus, getting levels means that you also can get levels to put give you more shields and stuff like that too, make your ship better.
Yeah.
There's also crew. There's crew that if it's on your ship, will give you the perks.
One crew member.
You definitely want Barrett. You definitely want Barrett, and you also want the Robot Vasco. The Robot Vasco gives you an extra point of power and 2 boosts to your shield, which means like a 40% boost to your shield. And then Barrett gives you improvement to your shield regen and also your particle weapons.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Because you can really, take advantage of like the different cruise bonuses, having them on your ship.
Yeah, because right now I think I have like a weapons specialist, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you have nothing in the ships, then you don't want to do a ship fight right now.
Yeah.
You kind of want to be on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Tony did at first. He went straight for like guns, grenades, and crits and all like that, and health and weight carrying capacity, and he was basically a soldier. And me, I kind of like figured I'd manage the gunfights, and I put all my stuff into tech. And I'm already down to where I can hover in the air with the jetpack and slow down time when I'm aiming while floating with the jetpack and stuff like that. So I can still do combat, but now I have a badass ship.
Nice.
Show off.
I am level 46 or something like that. I don't remember exactly what level.
Yeah.
Too, if you want to get some levels, there is a way to, without cheating, there is a way to set up a farm where you basically have your machines harvest iron and aluminum, and then you combine them together to make, what are they called? Some kind of like beams, and each beam you make gives you 1 XP. So you can just make a stack of 99 of them and get 100 XP. And if you sleep overnight, then your machines can literally harvest like 1,000 of each. So you can just, in a couple minutes, you can like go up a level in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's I don't like some people have exploited that to get to 100. I just do it occasionally if there's something I want to put in point into. I'll run back there and make some of those.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a way you can max out your like damaging ships and stuff like that if you do the simulator. In I think Atlantis, there's a ship simulator that you can literally go in there.
All that does is allow you to max out piloting. But you have to kill ships. Yeah, you have to kill ships to be able to rank up in piloting. So yeah, I'm using a C-class ship right now. I did the same thing. Like for that last level where you have to get like 15 ships, it's kind of annoying, and that's a quick way to do it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about, going in there and do it real quick and just maxing out so I can crash. I can
now that being said, you don't need to rush to do that, because the Star Eagle that you can get from that mission, which is like the second best ship in the game, it's actually an A tier.
Really?
Yeah, you don't need special licensing to do that one.
Wow. Okay.
So you only need to worry about doing those other ones when you want to be able to upgrade to a C tier ship around, like, I would recommend trying to do that like around level 30, because around level 30 is when you're going to start encountering ships that are a little harder for your Star Eagle.
Yeah, I'm level 10 right now.
Yeah, so if you have the Star Eagle, you're going to smoke everything for the next 20 levels. And the good thing is the Ranger missions to get the Star Eagle is fairly short. I think it's like 4 or 5 missions, and I mean, there's a couple of there's really only one really tough fight near the end that gave Marte a really hard time. He was on the struggle bus there for a little bit, getting killed, because you want to make sure you have at least 10 or 15 med packs before you go into that last mission for the Rangers, because you're going to be up against a lot of soldiers.
Yeah.
Now my problem is ammo right now. Yeah, and med packs, honestly.
Yeah, you want to stock up on that. I mean, you know where a good place to go to sell stolen stuff and contraband, right?
Sell stolen stuff and contraband. Now I did the little trick of crouching down or like looking in certain areas to steal the shop loots.
Oh yeah, I've been trying not to do that because I feel like then everything's not going to have value to me. So I haven't done that
yet. It really doesn't give you that much. It really doesn't. I mean,
if you don't farm it, takes me a while to earn that.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop, buddy. You're gonna have to stop.
I'm wondering. I'm ready to start when you anytime.
Okay, I didn't know you were even back.
For you to come back.
I've been back for a while.
I didn't
You
hear
said
anything.
nothing.
They're gonna keep going until you say
that's
something.
right.
I was gonna keep
Okay.
going,
No, you
legit.
guys aren't in the Zoom. I was thinking that you guys. I'm just used to you guys
Oh,
just
I'm
being able to
sorry.
see when I come back.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that
I
makes
was
sense.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, like we were just waiting
Kevin
for
doesn't
you to
use
finish
them.
talking.
I was
Okay.
actually gonna ask, like, is
My
he
bad.
coming back? Like, where is he?
No, I am back. I've been back for a while. That's a mental hiccup. I was thinking, all right, well,
You're like,
they see
hello,
him back,
I'm sitting
right?
here.
You're like, dude,
Yeah.
and you're like, dude.
But anyway,
Hi, back. I'm Dad.
Hi, I'm not calling you Dad though.
He likes it when you call him daddy.
Yeah, I'm not calling you that.
Well, until we make Andrea say it, and then you'll have to vocalize it. Since Then, yeah. by default, I'll get you to say it. Yeah.
Oh, Margaret, you're enjoying this
Mistakes were
way too much.
made. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you're really just riding this train.
Oh my god, you.
Train.
It's
Okay,
really,
even
it's really
felt this
easy to
one.
do that, isn't it? Just goof up like that.
Yeah, and Kelly's just sitting here like, dudes, men.
It was just a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Monday.
Monday.
Just
Monday.
Oh, I wish it was
It is.
Tuesday.
No, it's Monday.
So let's get on with it.
Pizza's good.
all right. So,
Initial burn.
with that being said, as you're having this conversation and just basically taking your time, suddenly you feel an impact as this vehicle that you are in begins to careen sideways. I need a dexterity saving throw from everybody as the vehicle you are in is now tumbling, like full interstate wipeout tumbling.
Like the entire Emporium?
No, you're in the vehicle on the way to the rendezvous point.
I love being a bard. Fucking plus 10 deck save. Well, actually, it probably would only be
19.
an 8, but I have plus 2 to my saving throws.
I don't
Yeah, I got a
appreciate my
23 on that.
Doesn't Molly have advantage on
Yeah.
dex saves?
Yeah, you do.
What's that?
It's a plus 4. That's my advantage.
Yeah, no. That's just
does
your-
a 27 help me?
You roll it again.
Yeah, okay. So,
Oh, yeah?
again, because, wait, are you a level 7 rogue yet? Do you have evasion?
No, I'm only level. Yeah, I'm a level 9 rogue.
Oh,
This thing only have a plus
so
1.
you have evasion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take nothing. Somehow, because this is a dexterity saving throw with the potential to take half damage, so by rules as written, somehow, even though you're in a vehicle that completely is just tumbling,
It's one of those drunk
you don't
drivers
take any
who just, like,
damage.
The music is a hamster wheel.
Yeah, it's like those Japanese bridge things where they're like angling their body back and forth. You just, for lack of a better word, just roll with it, managing to cushion yourself and suffer no major severe impacts. Everybody else, though, you're
motherfuckers gonna
tumbled
get-
around the inside of this vehicle like a fucking lottery wheel. So everybody, if you rolled a 18 or higher dexterity saving throw, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Rolled a 17 or lower, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's just coming off of. Do I still have my temporary hit points?
Yep.
All right, then I'm fine.
Yeah, it would come out of your temporary, but yeah. Very would add the damage, please. And as you,
I have a
I
headache.
assume you kick a door open, crawl out, something out of this vehicle.
Was it?
And it has-
Yeah.
Sure.
And as you emerge, you see another vehicle that has been, that by this point has already stopped. And
Yeah, but
6
stop it.
individuals
Oh, we're getting raided.
walking towards you.
Okay.
One of them
Oh, snap.
appears
Yay.
to be this female that you notice very gaunt features, red eyes, she has this aura that of like a blizzard of just this roaring snow surrounding her body. And as she walks towards you, you see her pull a staff off of her back, hold it out in front of her as this arcing blade goes across the top of it, almost in like the shape of an axe. She says,
Oh, guys,
"You certainly
look, he's
have
got
not.
victims.
You have not made it easy for me to find you. You have something that I want."
Sorry, who are you?
Ancient vampire. I am Lady Vancel.
No hablas inglés.
See, I have been searching for you for quite some time. You broke one of my toys. A long time ago, though.
You'll have to narrow that
Yeah,
down. You
personal
break a
problem.
lot of things.
Do you have any idea how many things that could be?
Narrow it down.
Elven ruins.
Keep
A
going.
vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a new picture, Gavin. Whenever you get the chance.
I'm not here to entertain conversation. Prepare for you to lose your lives. If everybody could roll initiative, please.
Bring it. Bring it.
Do I have my? Did my Pegasus come with me?
No. That would not have been in the things that could have been transported to you. Like,
Nat 20. No?
Why
Yeah,
am I
but
rolling
I can
garbage?
luckily just respawn them.
You luckily can, but it is not currently with you.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'll say I probably would
No,
have done
Julius
this.
doesn't have to roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
He goes right after me.
Tank.
I don't need it though. That's fine.
Tony said he is coming. He just got out of his church small group.
Okay.
Oh, no, something. Oh.
Give me a moment. I'm pulling up my battle map.
You're good.
Is he
Oh,
done?
yeah, that's what's up. How many people are? You said 6 people? 6
Yep,
including
it
her?
appears to... So, to give you a full rundown, you notice there's her. There are 2 full vampires with her as well, and she appears to also have 3 vampire spawn, as if each of the ones who are there has their own spawn.
Bloody mosquitoes. Coming out of friggin' woodwork.
Hey, is our cleric conscious yet? Can we just get some daylight up in this biz?
Your cleric is not conscious.
Wait, so it's pitch black, right?
No, it's not pitch black. I mean, they're, you know, you're lit up by hellfire.
Okay, so cool. We don't need any light then. Do it.
Did not mean to type that there. I'm trying to find this map that I used. That I found.
Map.
Alright, we're just going to use a generic. I had one that I was going to use, but I can't find it, and I'm not going to waste any more time looking for it. So we're just going to use a generic map.
That's fine.
Generic map. But is there lava pits?
You know what? Not where you are right now.
Aw.
You're surrounded about a mile in every direction by lava, but nothing anywhere close by.
That's interesting.
Right. Gavin's gonna have flashbacks of all the other shenanigans that we've done.
Is Fantasy Grounds lagging for you guys?
No.
There it is. Okay.
I just click my token, right? Double click it. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Ooh, I like this
Take
one.
A little bit.
This one will work. Yeah, this is a good generic map. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds, for generic maps. We'll use this one.
You still typed it.
Yeah, it's I drug the name of it into the chat instead of the link for it.
There we are.
The map you're
it's-
on is the
I
old
don't see
map.
anything but black, but we're making progress.
Voss.
Yeah, you'll see it in a sec.
Yeah,
I'm about
Voss,
to
that's
start-
the old map. If you
I'm about
double
to
click
drag
your
everybody's stuff
Gotcha.
over.
So let's see. This one, Battle Map Cave 03.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think we're just lagging because I got straight black.
Alright, there's no catastrophe right now, so I can just remove that from the combat
It
tracker.
rendered a small piece of the map where my character is, but that's all that I see.
That should be all that you see.
I see additional rendering. My characters are populating. There we go.
Oh, is Grim Greenscar still with us? Nice.
No, he's not.
Well, I see
Neither
him on the
are
map,
all
so
the
it's too late.
dragons.
It's like chess. Once you put a piece, like you move a piece, you can't take it off. It's
Yeah,
right in
hands
there.
off the piece. It's
It's
canon
there.
now.
It's done.
But
Yeah.
would you look at that though? It just disappeared. Weird. That's strange.
Whoa.
And we don't have Drakon with us right now either. So let me delete that from the combat tracker. No more Vold with there. Yeah, no, there's Fold. No, there's no Vold there. And Heretia isn't with you. Jesus, though, there's a lot of you just in combat tokens.
Yeah.
We are
I blame
many.
you. 100% blame you for that.
I blame the people that chose Simulacrum.
We didn't
Also
bring,
that.
or I didn't bring my simulacrum with me though. Remember,
Oh yeah,
there wasn't room for all of us. I could have been like, yeah, my simulacrum's here, but no, he's chilling. He's back home.
Mine's here.
We can only
In case
bring
a
one,
tag team is
and
needed.
I don't need my simulacrum to be awesome.
So, how many NPCs are in this fight?
a lot.
I mean, we got Carson, we got Andrasia.
Oh, I gotta grab her.
We got-
I'm just gonna for
We got
too.
simplicity's sake.
we got the
I'm gonna say-
Hollyphant.
For simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say the Rakshasa dude just doesn't care to help you fight these things. And Carson, yeah, he just dips and runs. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say that. However, yeah, Andrasia does have to be there. So let me get
They got
her.
knocked unconscious when the car flipped.
Yeah, you know what? It's between Marte and
let her
Harold.
be.
Who wants to play Andrasia? Whose cantrips I haven't even picked. I missed out on that.
I don't have a simulacrum, so I'll play with Andrea.
If you don't have her all set up yet,
Reason.
then just say she's knocked out from the.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
gonna
do
say.
have
She gets
her.
knocked out.
That's also fine.
Yeah, she's knocked out.
That's
So,
also
alright.
fine.
Yeah. Do that.
There we go. That simplifies things. And almost done. Almost done. Alright, let me change the music.
You also haven't rolled any initiatives for your enemies.
I will. I don't like the new icons that they have. And actually, when you drag them into the combat tracker, it auto rolls initiative. So you don't have to do a separate roll initiative thing. All you do is just put them in the combat tracker and it does it for you.
Mm.
Well, they're all, as of right now, going to be pretty gathered together. There we go.
there any succubi in there with them?
Not that you see.
Not that you see. Ha! Classic.
I mean, I'm gonna say, just being honest, I'm gonna say that for everything. The spawn, they're gonna be up front because they gotta, guard their masters. Okay, changing the music, and then it is gonna be Anon's turn. Damn, that initiative.
Can you make it so we can move our tokens? Because we're all in, like, half spaces.
Should be able to now.
Do we get to pick where we're at relatively on the map?
Sure, but you all need to be within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't want to be, like, up front.
Can you fix my picture real quick so that way I can actually see my token?
Yeah, oh, that's one other thing I need to do. I need to put your new character sheet in.
Hey, you've got, can you adjust Julius? He's supposed to go right after me.
Yeah, give me just a sec. Alright, let me look at your messages.
Just be within 10 feet of me. I'm the tank.
It's the best picture I really could find for right now.
It's a good one. It's a good one. New character, I mean, looks like a Death Knight. That's not too terribly far off.
I mean, and it still has the green fire, which goes with the old picture, too.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I meant to have this part a little more prepared. I forgot.
No worries.
Do you got your character sheet usable, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, dude. I told you it'd only take me about 15 minutes.
Pick your spells?
Yeah, I have everything. I'm already done.
9 sorcerer spells, 8 paladin?
Yep.
Cool.
I am ready to go.
And then once I get that done, then we're ready to go. Roll initiative on your new character.
And initiative. 17.
Refreshing. Here, I'll be finishing up your character sheet or your token while I get things going. Let me switch the music real quick, and while they're taking their turns, I'll be adding that in.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
Also, you get, like, the lighting here weird, so, like, we can only see so far.
That's by design.
What?
What about the people who have like a shit ton of dark vision?
It should be taking it onto account automatically.
No.
Okay.
Kind of is for me because it'll move it.
As long as it's typed in correctly on your character sheet, it should.
Maybe it's not typed in correctly. I should have dark vision out to 120 feet.
I got dark vision to 60 feet.
I don't care what I have.
How is that? I don't know. Maybe it's on me. Maybe I didn't do it right because we've never really dealt with the lighting mechanics in this before. So. Is this Doom guy music?
No? I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, let's do the thing.
I picked it because it sounds good when you're in, hell.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Oh,
Pump me up a little bit. You ready for this fight?
I remember last session, we got an item that was supposed to go on Julius, and you said you didn't have it ready and you were going to make it for him. Do you remember what it was?
I'd have to
I don't
look
recall.
back.
For the life of me, I can't remember. Okay.
All right. So, what you got? I'm gonna change this music though. I didn't know about this part. This isn't the one I'm supposed to be going with, but just take your turn whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yes, one moment. Yes. So, Anand is going to cast Wall of Fuego.
Wall of Fuego.
Wall of Fuego.
Wall of Fuego.
Yes. Yes. How do I draw this? Well, how big are these squares, bro? Are these 5-foot
5.
squares?
Anytime there's squares, they're always 5 feet.
Okay. Okay. And this is... I'll just do a pointer. It's the only thing I can do. So we're gonna do a wall of fire.
The track that I was gonna use.
We're gonna do it right here.
Can you put me on the map?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. We're doing the wall of fire right here. And
Wall
it's
of
gonna be,
fire!
the damage is gonna be facing backwards. Or actually, no. Damage will be facing forward.
This audio bot is like broken. It's not playing any of the tracks that it was supposed to play.
I can't get stupid phrase out of my head, Marte.
What?
Wall of Fuego.
Wall of Fuego.
Why would you not want that in your head, though? Right?
It's like if you don't know
Yes.
Spanish, you're just like you're shouting something. Wall of Fuego, dude. Like, what?
Wall of Fuego.
It's like, God damn it. Stuck in my head. Wall of Fuego. Ah,
Yep, that's all yours. You keep that.
son of a bitch.
Oh, I see why. It's not playing anything from YouTube today. That's the problem.
We were into that last song.
Oh wait, it's 60 feet.
Oh, sounds like a Sims character. That's what it is. Wall of Fuego.
Yes.
Troubadour.
All right, this song we're just gonna have to go with. Not that one. Not that one.
Someone's having a hard time.
I am, because it's not playing anything from YouTube today.
Wall of Fuego, dude.
Wall of Fuego.
I've infected the party.
Amazing how you can just like give somebody a verbal STD.
Yes, pretty much. Shoulders 3, you can use it. It's been 1 shard to cast 2. 18 for each. Okay. Sweet.
I apologize. Technical difficulties. It wasn't doing this last time. It would actually play it. Just
We got it, Gavin. It's all right. Just do what you gotta do, man. You gotta explain it.
We know.
Yeah, some people have performance issues. It's okay.
Ah,
Yes.
walked into that one.
I'm about to just check and see if it literally won't even like take a link.
Mm.
If it won't, then that tells me everything I need to know.
I bet it'll take it if Marte gives it.
Ah.
Oh, it
But,
did a link.
Okay,
It
good.
doesn't have a choice, my man.
I was running out of jokes.
Now I know it takes a link from now on. Okay. So, wall of fire, you're putting it right there?
No, a wall of fuego.
A wall of fuego.
Ew.
Right.
So
Wall of
there's only
fuego.
one enemy that would need to
And-
make a saving throw right now, it seems.
Possibly. Let me double check. I don't remember. When
Excuse
the
me.
wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On one side of the wall, selected by you when you cast a spell, deals 5d8 to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the wall. Yes. So that one is going to need to make a saving throw right now.
That is an 18.
That is a what?
An 18 it rolled.
Oh, 18 is the DC. So what does it do? Is this a half or half on a successful save? So I need to roll a 5d8.
And does that
One,
wall do anything
one,
to movement?
4, 5. No, it's not a movement one. It's just damage.
Okay.
All right.
Going for
So
the beat.
half of that, 10 points of fuego damage. And mind you, this is coming from the shield, so it has its own concentration. I don't have to do that.
Yep. So that vampire spawn takes
And-
10 damage?
Correct.
Bro, you said that's coming from your shield?
He's got
my
legendary shield, dude.
I have a shield, a legendary shield, the shield of the Hidden Lord. It's sentient and it speaks and it does all these cool things.
So if the concentration is coming from the item, does that mean that my instrument of the bards has its own concentration?
No, this is specific to that shield.
Ah,
Yeah, this
okay.
item
I
specifies
just thought that was
it
that would be a
needs
cool
no
thing.
one.
Yeah, that's cool.
The reason why
that
is
would be cool,
because
but
the
not
shield
fun.
is its own living entity, so it can hold the concentration on its own.
I want a living
Correct.
weapon. Just kidding.
I know. I've got a living weapon for you. All
Yeah.
right, let's see. Yes.
Let's get here.
Yeah, dude.
One thing I haven't even thought about is that if you have like your shield holding concentration, how do you break that without just like smacking the shield?
Does it say in the
You don't.
description?
Thank the shield.
I don't know.
No, it just
there.
says that the shield has its own concentration.
Okay, cool.
Does it even have a
Yeah.
specified what its concentration is?
I mean, it uses the caster saving throws. Yeah.
I am going to try something. One moment. I want to confirm that I can do this.
Okay.
Nope, not that one. Yeah, it's probably not the smartest thing in the world, but it's necessary, and we do what's necessary.
Oh, is that a fireball?
That is.
Nice.
That is what you call it. Let me pull him back up again because I just messed him up. Oh no, where'd he go? Where'd he go? No. There he is. This is Julius doing his own fireball that he can't get the slots back for.
Bro, you should have just given him a necklace of fireballs.
Well, no, because he's doing this at level 6. So this is a 6th
level slot. He's never getting back.
He's never getting back. He is using this. Okay. So fireball is 5, 8d6, 9d6, 10d6, 11d6.
So
right. Let's do it.
She is going to cast Counterspell.
I'll counter her counterspell. I'm doing my spell.
One of the other vampires
You're not gonna
casts
win this.
Counterspell on your Counterspell.
We're gonna have like back and forth until Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we just
why
have
don't we
another
just count them up?
counterspell.
How many of your guys are gonna do counterspell versus how many of our guys?
Juan has counterspell. Julius has counterspell.
I have
You have
counterspell.
counterspell. We
Yeah,
have 4
counterspell.
counterspells here already. Also, they're behind a wall of fire. Did they see me do this?
The wall is kind of transparent.
No, it is not. No, it is
okay.
not. You can't
With
see through
that
it.
being the case, technically, wouldn't that also mean that the center point of your fireball would need to be on the side of the wall of fire that you can see?
I think with Wall of Fire,
It's
you can
my-
see through it from
It's
one
my
side.
magic. I know where it is. I saw where they were before I put the wall up.
Let me
You can see through it from one side. Is that?
strategy right there?
The maker's side.
I think that's the way that works. I can double check it.
Really blinding them and then dropping a fireball right on their heads.
I mean that's true. Yeah, I mean
Yes.
you can point your finger in roughly the right area. I mean it's a fireball. You don't have to be precise. So okay, so a bunch of deck
All right,
saves.
let me 11d6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Holy damn!
That is
that's a lot of-
52 points of fire damage.
That's a lot of 6s and 5s, man.
Jesus.
And then, oh, well, and then there's one more thing. Well, no, I'll let you go ahead first. And
Well,
I'll make my
so
decision.
she rolled a 29.
Okay. She did not.
She did not.
No. A non decides that she fails that saving throw.
You can just choose for somebody to fail.
Yes.
He can.
Yes.
I thought you can change, like, make
Yes,
them
I can.
re-roll it.
No, he
Hey,
didn't.
no.
No,
with
I
new
can
ability.
choose with convergence.
Ah,
They fail.
okay. Well, I think that only works on one target, if I remember right. But yeah, you can
Yes,
make her fail.
that is one per target. Yes.
Okay, she fails. Let's see. So the only one that succeeds is the vampire spellcaster.
Okay.
That's the only success. So that's 52 points of damage. However, with that being said, as this fire hits her, it seems to lack momentum. It doesn't have as much of an impact as you would like. She just sort of brushes off and even arrogantly laughs as she gets hit by the fire.
Ah. I see.
The what's her face?
Yeah, that.
The main chick.
Oh yeah. Well, if Anand had done it, he could have changed the damage of it, right? I didn't even think about that.
Is that the main chick that's doing that? That's laughing at it.
Yeah,
Lady
who's like surrounded by ice.
Marcelon. Tony, who are you playing?
Is Tony here?
I'm just hanging out, my guy.
Yes.
Oh, dude, let me get Neston in
bro.
here.
I need you in this fight, Tony.
You know, man, I would if I could log
Please.
into the server.
Can you not?
Bro,
Mhm.
I'm starting to call your bluff on this, bro. There's just no way you can't log in.
I'm just enjoying listening, man. Listening to you and Harold have your little bromance back and forth between each other.
Yeah, he's over here stroking
Yeah, stroking the ego pretty hard.
So since Neston was unconscious, though, I'm gonna say he had that ragdoll benefit as the vehicle tucked and rolled. So luckily he didn't have to like tense up or anything. So he only loses like 8 of his temporary hit points. So he's down to like. How did you have 21 temporary hit points?
All have 21
We all
damage.
did.
Most of us have 21
He
temporary
gave us,
hit
yeah.
Inspiring
He
leader.
points. Inspiring leader.
I was like, yes.
I haven't been here in a minute, so
As
I
you're
don't know.
about to be injured, you feel Lucas's inspiring words absorb the damage, because that makes sense.
Sounds like you have a problem
I
with
support
the game mechanics.
Lucas was so persuasive that you convinced yourself hard enough that you didn't get injured that you actually didn't get injured. Okay,
Very nice.
is that the end of your turn?
Oh, let's see. Did I do everything?
Oh, you deleted your wall of fire, though. I think I remember how you put it. Let me put it back.
Yeah, let me. I got it. I got it. Well, it's gonna be black, but oh, okay, fine.
Think that's kind of roughly where
There
you
we
had it.
go. So this guy, Vampire Spawn 2, took the 52 and then 10, so he's taken 62 in total. That's beautiful.
He's still alive, but he's hurting.
Good.
That's all we need.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and oh no, I know what I'm gonna do. And then as it ends, Anod's gonna come over here, him and Julius, and they're gonna get on his carpet and go up in the air.
Okay.
There we go. How tall is this cave?
This isn't a cave. It's wide open space.
Oh, okay. Well, we're maximum height in the air right now.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. So that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. So, Vampire Spawn's turn. So he is going to... Let's see, you're just going all 50 feet into the air. Where does your token go?
Oh, I stacked them on top of each other.
Oh, okay. So it is going to... It's going to run over at Ungan. And it's going to go in for a full round of attacks. As you see, this thing is trying to grab onto you. That being said, with... Let me look at your character sheet. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. So it's going in for an attack.
That would have missed.
Yeah, it definitely. I accidentally rolled it on myself for some reason. That missed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Giving up on that, it's gonna move here and it's gonna make an attack against Molly.
Hold on. Did it come in within 10? It came within.
It did enter your range, yes.
Yeah, I'm freaking opportunity attacking that motherfucker.
And same thing with Molly. You both can do that if you would like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
when
think
it gets
you're
to
double
about,
layering it.
when it gets to about right here, you both can skewer this thing. So make your attacks if you would like to.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
By the way, Ungan, you recognize the weapon that she has. That being said, you knew in the final days of the Scion Order that they didn't have weapons in that shape. They traded it for more of a traditional, just a single straight blade. Or not necessarily a single straight blade, but a straight blade design. However, early on in the Order's history, you do know that curved blades were a thing. And so the sort of curved crescent that makes an axe blade on this long polearm tells you that this is an older weapon, but it is definitely, this is a arc scepter.
Down she goes.
Holy crap.
Yes.
Next.
Oh wait, hold on, and it's also going to take a
What?
It's already
extra.
It dead.
Oh,
I mooshed
is it dead?
I moved
It's dead.
Between the two of us, yeah, we mooshed it, and it's burning on fire.
Okay, give me a group. How do you want to do this?
Oh, we just, I would say, both take our pole arms and just slice the thing in half.
It's a both of you. So who does?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I'm
sliced it.
gonna
I'm
go
just
for the
gonna like
middle.
tap it on the head until it just falls.
Bad vampire.
Skibbity paps.
Okay, as this thing drops, it even regained health that turn too. Alright, so the vampire spellcaster. So you notice that most of his wounds completely close. So he is going to step over here to where he's nice and out of line of sight. And he is going to cast... What's that spell? He's going to cast Ice Storm.
Hey, quick question, because I can't see. Is he actually out of my line of sight?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Answers your question.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I can't see. It won't
Okay.
show me the map.
Like,
He's
There's
going
Then
to...
yes,
He's going to hold that ice storm. He's going to cast it now, and then he's going to run back out here and release it. That's a great way to deal with people who can counterspell, by the way.
You have to have a specific trigger.
what, he's
here.
gonna
You can't
hold it?
just do it and hold.
I would let any of you guys do that.
Okay.
So I could make his trigger when he sees you, but now he sees you. So he's gonna cast a ice storm. So that has a
He's
20-foot
casting
radius.
Ice Storm through the wall of fire.
That's right. He can't see.
Unless he walks through the wall of fire.
I mean, you can come on through the
Come
wall.
a little bit
Come on into the
closer.
Fuego.
I'm gonna say that his
What up, wake up.
accuracy might be a little bit off on this because it is a column, so it comes from above. So I'm going to put it.
Does it cost? I mean, does it have? Is one of the spell factors he has to see that point? Because if it is, he can't cast
Technically,
it.
that'd be the point with Fireball too, but I'd let him do that.
I mean,
Yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. Let's roll.
Yeah, it just says on a point within range. I'm gonna put it here.
Okay.
Maybe not make it quite optimal. It says a point within range. So if you are in that area, I need a dexterity saving throw.
oh, you need a dexterity save.
All right, I'm back. So, what was happening? Explain how this worked, please.
He released an ice storm on this area.
Oh, okay. So he ran through the fire and cast it, or what did he do?
It just says on a point within range. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and I didn't place it optimally to where it gets more people than it could have, or as many as it could have.
Okay.
But it just says
Point and
it
shoots, man. Point and
specifies
shoot.
a point within range. So just going off of memory.
Okay. Okay.
But if you're 50 feet high,
How high is it?
this is only a 40-foot high cylinder, so you'd actually be above it.
Okay. Cool. It's almost like I knew you would do something like this.
So where?
I guess that's right. I need to make one for you,
Lego's
Neston.
burning hot. Right?
Fun. If you reroll higher, you'll take no damage.
I could do a luck point, yeah.
Just throwing it out there for you. Keep it in mind.
Yeah. Could do a luck point.
So if you rolled a 17 or lower, You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of cold damage. If you rolled an 18 or higher, you take 7 of each.
Hold on, I would have
So
had those
20
temporary
total or
hit points.
14
Why
total?
don't I have those temporary hit points?
I don't know, did you burn through them earlier?
I don't even think we got in a fight since
Then
we got
you
those
should-
temporary hit points.
Then you should have them. Unless there was
How
like a
many was it,
limit of how
22?
many people you could give it to. It was 23.
23, yeah. How much did you say it did?
28.
Okay, so I'll just
You would
say take 5 damage.
5 wounds
Well, I
from
take half no matter. I take half no matter what. Anyway.
it. So then that becomes 2.
Of half of that entire
Yeah, you
thing?
take 2 points of damage.
You take 2 points because you were going to take 5. Half of that, 2.
No, I would have half the entirety of
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So 14. So you'd have 9 temporary hit points left. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Bon. What's up?
Yeah, so I can't really see any guys behind that firewall. We did discuss that, right? We did say that.
Yes, but
Do
you
we even
could
look
still
at this stuff?
target one of them if you could make an attack with disadvantage, basically.
That thing.
But since they can't see me, is that with advantage?
No.
That's
Because
fine.
you can't see them, like you can make an attack with disadvantage
Yeah.
because you
Remember, if
still
lay
have the
prone,
general
you're freaking,
location.
you get advantage. So it
He's
makes
trying to
sense
get
that way.
sneak attack, is what he's trying to do.
No, yeah, that's not happening.
However, there's
Not a
one of
situation like
them
this.
on this side of the fire.
Yeah, I know. I see that. There's no way to hide in this place, is there?
Duck
Not
behind
really.
a wall.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's not any spawns on the side. The one's already dead. That got squashed.
3.
Yeah, there's
Spawn
spawn
3.
Oh, sorry, I can't see that far, apparently.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot spawn 3.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, nah, we're just gonna do that. I think we're just gonna do regular roll. It's fine.
Let me see that.
Yeah, I think that hits.
60. Yeah, what's the attack for 120? I don't know why I think
So I'm gonna re-roll that 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that 1 to be a 10. So that actually.
there you go. So that's an extra
14.
9 points.
Yeah,
Well, no, that
Yeah.
makes it not 14, that makes it 20.
120.
20.
Ooh, get it.
Yeah,
So let me add 9 more damage to it.
let's see.
72. Okay.
Solid.
Actually, no, I can't get any sneak attack damage with that, huh? That's fine. So I'm gonna use one of my actions to reload.
One of your attacks to reload?
Yeah, one of my attacks to reload, and I'm gonna use my foot of movement to move right over here. Would that say I would be pretty hidden?
I'd say you can
Or-
be. Roll me a stealth check. I'll let you make the check to see if you can hide there.
Okay, got it. We'll roll the stealth check just
Well,
to
that's how
make
it
you
always
happy.
works. You have to roll a stealth check when you take the hide.
Just to make you happy.
That's right, because you're a rogue. Yeah, nope. They know exactly where you are.
Oh, and I have the Elven Cloak of Display. So I mean, I have advantage on that. If you want to, I can roll again.
You're pretty sure none of them can see you. A
Oh,
30.
yeah. Does that-
They are tracking you.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Neston, you have any idea what you want to do? You can't really even see the map. So there are still 5 targets alive. You can only see 4 of them. One is this like icy vampiric elder vampire who was like one of the first vampires of her kind. That's what elder vampire means, by the way.
Oh, gee.
There's also a warrior that you can see and 2 vampire spawns. And they all are somewhat still clumped together, though we're working on it. But for now, they're still kind of clumped together. By the way, Brandon, did you pick your meta magics?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. Twin spell and quicken spell.
There you go. Okay. Is Tony there? Can you hear me?
I don't think he's there. He probably stepped out.
All right. Does somebody want to take control of Neston?
He throws out daylight.
I didn't mean to do that.
All right.
Or you can just say he's knocked out.
He throws up. He throws up daylight.
Oh shit.
Well,
Daylight.
remember, I did make it
I
where
like
daylight runs rules as written now.
Yeah, it causes disadvantage and they all die instantly.
Oh, yeah. All right. I released Neston.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I can take a look at it. Why don't you just go ahead and go while I'm tinkering?
Okay.
All right. Go for it.
So, how tall is the wall of frickin' fuego?
How tall is the wall of fuego, Marte?
I think
You
it's
said
That's
45.
That's good. 20 feet of fuego.
at 20 feet.
So I can fly over top of it, right?
Let me confirm. Oh yeah, you can fly over top of it.
Just remember, it uses a movement and a half, or a foot and a half, for every foot you move diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to
And
pull
on
out the
the-
Pythagorean theorem to do that calculation correctly.
Cool. I can literally get right here. And she's the one with the weapon, right?
Yes, she is.
I'm casting Compelled Duel.
Okay, that is what is that, a wisdom?
Yep.
Are you using your action to cast that? Or are you
No, I'm
doing
gonna
a quicken thing?
I'm gonna do a quicken spell and use my bonus action.
Okay, make sure you mark off the. I don't think that's set up on your character sheet yet. So
Yep,
just
I already
just
set it
strap
up,
back.
actually.
You did? Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
man, you were on top of it. Okay, so that's a wisdom
I
save.
was building this thing. It's a wisdom save, yeah.
That is a 23, unfortunately.
Damn. This time I'm just going to look at her and go, "You don't deserve that weapon." And I'm going to strike her.
Yeah, make an attack.
If my thing will work. Apparently I have no weapons.
Did you put the halberd in your inventory?
Yeah, no, I think I did it. It's okay. I fixed it. And I'm gonna miss. I'll miss with the first one. Go for the second swing. That one I'll
There
hit.
you go. That'll hit.
So she's gonna take that. Plus an extra D6 of fire damage.
Let me, before you just stack it all on, let me make sure I can keep up with you. Don't want to shortcut you any damage.
Yep.
That being said,
Oh wait, hold on. She's taking more.
I'm just giving you a hint. With that being said, as you strike her with that fire damage, the shield that she is carrying appears to lessen the impact.
Okay.
As you notice that some of the heat just gets absorbed by this icy shield that she has in her
Like
hand.
a shield of fire and ice, maybe.
And here's another D6 of fire damage. And then I'm gonna use Fiendish Smite. And she's gonna take 2d8 necrotic damage. There you go.
Again, like, unfortunately you are fighting a vampire, so that unholy energy, it certainly, you see it rot some of her flesh like you would expect it to do, but not nearly to the degree, and you notice it immediately beginning to heal, as she just laughs at you and says, "Pathetic display, Hell Knights."
I mean, again, I can't do fucking divine. I can't do radiant damage, so vampire, fuck off. Yeah, and that's gonna be
A new spell of yours?
It's gonna be my turn. Yeah, it's a new spell. It's called Fuck Off.
Called Vampire Fuck Off.
Yeah, it's called Vampire
So
Fuck Off.
she's gonna use one of her legendary actions to make actually no, she's gonna make a melee attack against you. She says, "If you want this weapon so badly, let it taste your blood." As she's gonna make an attack against you.
Doesn't really make sense.
We're in the same radius, even though I'm in the air. Yeah.
I rolled like shit on that.
Yikes.
All right, so she misses. Yeah, even though you were in the air, though, you still you were in melee range.
Oh, I know. She has a freaking pole arm against a pole arm.
Yeah. So, all right, Voss, what you got?
Well, let's bring it back to Neston super quick. And can I get something clarified? So we can't see through the wall of fire. That's the ruling?
That's the consensus. So if anything requires sight,
that's fine.
no. But if it says if you pick an area, it's okay.
That's cool. And then vampires spawn 2 and 3 are still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not in very good shape, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Neston is just gonna be like, "Oh, I don't like this. The power of somebody. Please come and help me," or whoever it is. So
it's the Holy Triumvirate, man. It's probably at least Salune is
Salune and Coralon.
Hey.
All right.
You have Pelor and Thorlon.
Pelor, that's the one I was actually trying to think of. So
I feel like Pelor is Neston's favorite, though. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I need both of those to make a con saving throw.
Con saving throw.
Against?
He's going to pull down a moonbeam.
Ooh. That's nifty.
Oh, yeah, that's adequate. He would pray to Salune for a moonbeam.
Hey! You're back!
I've been back. I just stepped away from
that's
Yeah, we could.
a 17 and then a nat 20. So one of them auto succeeds. Number 3 failed though.
I don't know what his spell save DC is.
Probably 18. If his wisdom is 20, then it's 18.
His wisdom is 20. Okay. That is still 2d10 radiant damage. 4, 6, 8, 2.
So for a total of
7 radiant. But that should keep them from healing back up. And then he's gonna skedaddle. He feels most appropriate to skedaddles.
Okay. Now Vampire Spawn 3 looks very injured. With that being said, but they're both still alive.
So yeah, they will also take damage at the start of their turn too with that.
Okay. Good to know.
But even if they failed or succeeded, or
so
I know some of them it's only
the beam stays on them. So when you start your turn in the beam, then yeah, you take damage from it.
I'm just trying to clarify the spell because
it's when they enter for the first time. So when I first cast it, and when they start their turn inside of it.
10-4. Okay, so it's kind of like gotcha.
Cool.
That's all I got.
All right, she's gonna use her second legendary action to turn. Looks like you didn't actually need to cast Compelled Duel because she's decided she wants you to die. So she's making another attack against you, Ungan. Oh, my god, that's a critical hit. Except it's not letting me roll the damage.
Gavin, if you kill this one, man, that'll be like the 17th character he's played. Come on now.
Dude,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If I would have cast Shield of Faith last time, like I should have done, I could have cast Shield and you wouldn't have hit me.
Well, nat 20 hits anything.
No, okay. Well, now I know what the max you can hit me at now is.
I'm just wondering why this damage isn't working.
Here, let me try to move to the other side of you.
Well, no, it's just not letting me roll it. Something about how I typed in. I'll just roll it in manually.
Okay.
All in all, could be worse. So you take 31 points of damage from that strike.
Okay.
That's a combination of
fire.
lightning, fire, and necrotic. Alright, and now it is on to Voss. It is your turn.
Wow, I get a turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Vampire 2 and 3 are low. And there is one person low on health, right?
No. Ungan just got smacked, but luckily he had a lot of temporary hit points that absorbed a chunk of the damage.
Okay, so he only has 13 wounds. Alright, I was going to say I could do a heal on him.
It was a total of 31 points of damage, but thanks to a certain inspiring leader, it ended up not being that big of a deal.
He's tanky. He's got 143. I was going to do hypnotic.
Actually, I should have
Shatter,
more.
but
I
they're all-
fucked something up. But yeah, I'm tanky. I got this.
Alright, so I'm going to step up 15, 20, go over here. And then I'm going to use my new necklace of fireballs, because I don't really feel like there's a point of doing much else except maybe spamming a fireball.
Where are you throwing that fireball?
Ooh.
Hey,
So, I
you
can
landed on
see
the other side of it. Okay.
I can see the two vampire spawns. I'm kind of aiming for them.
Okay.
But
I
you
can
know
make a
there's
30
vampires behind them, so you can
Yeah.
always aim the
I'm going to try to hit the
fireball.
one behind him. Let's see, how do I make a
Yeah.
30-foot circle? Is it drawing mode?
Yeah.
It's a
Should
30-foot
be,
circle, right? What's that?
It's 30 foot, or it's 30
It's
foot,
20.
I believe. 20, that's right. Yeah,
It's 20.
20 foot, okay.
20 foot. Yeah. Make sure it's the bigger 20 foot, because there's like 2 different 20 foots. It's weird.
Yeah, by the way, Sean, I am checking your character. You absolutely are showing that 120 feet of dark vision. Because I'm clicking between you and Azrael, and
fixed it
so
like 2 minutes
much.
Yeah, we fixed it a while
Okay.
back. I literally deleted it out and retyped it in, then reloaded the map and fixed it.
Okay. What's the
Okay.
correct way to make a circle? Is it drawing mode?
I usually hit right click, go to pointers,
It's the pointer.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Right click, pointers,
and then pick the circle.
circle. And then I can move the circle afterwards. I'm just going to make 20 feet. And then... Oh, how do I drag it?
Hey, the circle that, like the top circle, I can delete that now, right? That was just a fireball, right? The one on the top right. Okay, I'm going to delete that, get it out of the way. The one I intentionally left that other one because that is now difficult terrain.
Alright, there's my fireball.
Cat puking, I know that sound.
Oh, that's not good.
I hate that sound. Alright, fuck Ungan then.
Wasn't there a bet that we
I
had
mean, there is a
to
deck save, so...
about Gavin talking about his cats?
I know. Alright, so yeah, everybody in there, including Ungan, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I can heal him back afterwards, it's fine.
So, Ungan, make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it.
You get fireballed. I like this. This is good. Ooh, I rolled poorly
Well-
with her. That's a failure.
Well, sometimes we gotta make it challenging.
I'm not gonna
Burn
roll for the
toast.
vampire spawn. They're dead. They could take minimum damage from this and be dead.
Can I roll 8d6s though? I want to just roll 8d6s.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, roll your damage out for it, definitely, but they don't need to roll. They're dead.
I'm a bard. I don't get to roll damage very often. 34.
Ooh. Okay, so
I gotta make a small note that I only have 5 beads left on my necklace.
Vampire Warrior takes another 34. That's 86. She takes another, something.
Nope.
And she just keeps laughing at you arrogantly because, again, she really doesn't care that she just got hit with that. Ungan, you take another 34 points of damage from that fireball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he actually had some temporary hit points left, didn't he?
Yeah.
No.
No, they got eaten
Oh,
up
you didn't?
with that
Oh,
critical
okay.
hit.
That's right. That's right. I had a couple of.
Do I hear Hoongun make any kind of noise that I hit him with the fireball?
You bitch!
Sorry, buddy. I'll heal you up afterwards. I got you. I'll drinks are on me when this is all done.
It's a good thing we have a healer here.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, there's 2 healers. You're gonna be okay.
Oh, no.
No.
And even if you died, I'll just bring you back. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is everybody done?
I was trying to think if I wanted to give someone a bardic inspiration, but I can't. I don't think I can give it to Hungan if I can't see him, right?
Yeah, I think you have to see the.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it
everyone else is
specifies that
pretty
specifically.
Good. Yeah, I'll make that the end of my turn. How do I do that? Turn complete. Yep.
Alright,
All right.
so you see the ice begin to swirl around her as she draws on her innate magic, and suddenly
Counterspell. Or no, I guess can I counterspell it?
you don't see her cast the spell.
You can't see her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Now, if
However, what
reaction?
So that's the crazy thing. You didn't see her cast a spell.
So,
So she's basically just casting like a modified horrid wilting. It's just horrid wilting, but I'm just saying she's like freeze drying the entire area just for effect. So if you are in this area, I need a
How would she know I was
Constitution
there?
saving throw.
How would she know I was there?
What about with my 50 feet in the
They
air?
know.
How would
She might
even
not know
see
that
any of
you-
us? She might not. How did she? Is that cost? I mean, I guess.
It just says center on a point you choose within range.
Yeah, whatever. What
I
is it?
intentionally chose to leave Azrael out of it because yes, she's just going based on memory.
What
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
hey, I haven't been on this. Mm-hmm. 18. That's not very good. Oh, and that's rolling too, I guess. Nesson has balls for his con saves. He has a plus
Oh
to
my
con
God.
saves. He was never gonna make it. Do I feel like I need to roll higher than an 18? Yeah. Nah, I'll be alright. Just give me the full damage. Let me eat it.
Alright, if you rolled a 19 or lower... Ah, this hurts. If you rolled a 19 or lower, you take 58 points of necrotic damage. If you rolled a 20 or higher, you take 29 points of necrotic damage.
50 points?
58.
What points?
Necrotic.
49.
Are you resistant to necrotic? I forgot whether your subclass gives you that or not.
Who, me?
I think
No, Nick.
Hold on, let me check. Ability.
By the way, Anand, you're above that. It's only a 30-foot cube. You're 50 feet in the air.
I figured.
I think if I have a totem on me, I am. Hold on. Tokens of despair.
Anyway, while he's figuring that out, go ahead and settle your damage. So if you
I
roll
would have had advantage on that last one, on the Constitution saving throw. I have advantage on those.
On this one?
On all Constitution saving throws.
Okay, roll again.
For vitality is.
I'm not going to go
Okay,
in
yeah.
retrospect, but since we're still on this one, roll again.
Yeah. No, that was a 10.
Alright, everybody settle their damage. 58 points if you failed. 29 points if you succeeded.
So,
Has everybody added it? Voss, I noticed you haven't.
I'm not in the circle.
You're not?
You mean spare?
Oh no, it's not. It's the square.
Oh. Shit.
The circle
make
is
a-
just
I gotta make a
difficult
con
terrain
save
from
then.
ice. Yeah, you got to make a con save.
Okay.
The
Sorry, I
circle
looked-
on the left is the
I'm looking
difficult terrain from ice. The
Gotcha.
square is like the freeze-dried wilting area thing.
Okay, so 18.
That doesn't pass.
18 con save doesn't pass.
That is correct.
No, that doesn't pass.
Hold on. Don't I have something for this? So what's my not peerless skill? When I make an ability check, I can expend one use of my bardic inspiration, roll the die, and add the number to my ability check.
That's
Does
an
that count as
ability check.
Okay, this is something different. All right.
That is a
How
saving
much
throw.
damage- How much damage do I take?
58.
Ow.
So that would put you at 55 wounds.
Don't forget my temporary health.
Yeah, I'm counting that.
55 wounds is so I end up with 53 health.
Well, no, don't change your HP. Add wounds. Put your HP back to what it was. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was like 108. Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
that sounds right. So yeah, and then just 55 wounds. Yeah.
nah, I don't have any resistances.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Lucas, you're up.
Okie dokie. Let's do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and hop on my broom, and I'm gonna shoot straight on up so I can see over the wall of fire, so I can be able to see her.
Okay.
Ooh. She seems resistant to fire, but not like immune. Correct?
As far as you've observed, you have noticed fire burn her just to a lessened degree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that works. Where is the thing? So, first, is she on the ground?
She is.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
She just has this constantly swirling like aura of like ice and snow around her.
All right. Here, I'm gonna give a little Loki whistle. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little kitty. Where did I put my markers?
And that just reminded me of something. Ungan, real quick, since you're right next to her, give me a con save real quick.
A con save?
Yeah.
For what?
Just to resist the cold of standing next to her.
Okay.
The real icy bitch.
Okay. So, con save.
Nice.
That's actually a 12.
Oh, that's right, because your aura of protection.
Yep.
So, with that being said, you manage to stave off some of the effects of this ice. So, you take... I made this one a pretty low DC save. So, you take 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Alright. Now, what were you doing, Lucas? I'm sorry.
So good. I need her to make a what is it? Dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
How does she... Oh, how does she have disadvantage?
Kitties.
Oh, you spawned a kitty?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give her disadvantage. Dexterity saving throw. What you casting?
You'll see.
That's a 17.
She fails. She's just gonna go. Boop. I need you to move her right here in the fire and the moonbeam.
What did you cast?
Vortex warp.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that would mean you want her to be put somewhere like right here.
Yep, so people can smack her without being in it, and she takes all the damage for being in the wall, and in the moonbeam.
Yes.
Does she take damage immediately because she got sucked into both of them?
Mm-hmm. Because I know the moonbeam is as soon as you enter it the first time, or if you start your turn there. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with Wall of Fire.
Okay, so I'm going to have you roll damage for the moonbeam, and Anand roll damage for that fire. Oh, she has to make a save for each of these other things too, though, doesn't she?
Sure.
Okay, so the moonbeam, what kind of... That is a, what, con save?
I gotta go to my other character. I'm pretty sure it's con save.
That would seem to me like that's what would make sense. It's like you're gonna dodge light.
Moonbeam is a... Constitution save, yes.
Alright, so a con save and a dex save. Con save is... So a constitution save of 24 and a dexterity save of 19. I'm going to assume that passes both instances.
Well, she takes half of Radiant.
Yes.
So she takes 3 points of Radiant.
And I take half of mine, too.
But now she's taking Radiant damage, so...
So she won't regen next turn.
Yeah.
Alright. So she takes half of 17 of the fire.
So that's 8.
And then... We're almost done.
Your vortex warp, does that do damage too, or no?
No, it just moves.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like Anand's gravity thingy.
Did it roll? Try that again. There you go. 23, that hits.
Yeah, it does. Let me get you a cat out here.
And then she's got to make a straight saving throw.
To avoid being knocked down?
Yeah, it's super low. It's DC at 13.
No way a vampire's ever gonna pass that. Alright, there's your cat. I'll move him to a more appropriate spot in a second. So, strength save.
Shit.
On her strength save, she rolled a 26.
Just barely makes it. That's my turn.
Alright, okay.
I'm getting tired of her.
Wait a
How are we
second.
just
Can I use
now
a luck
halfway
point?
through the roll?
Does it have to be like I know I can use a luck point
To
Can I use
re-roll a
luck-
save, yes you can.
I thought I could make them re-roll something as well.
You can make them re-roll an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
But you could re-roll your own saving throw with it, but it's kind of already
You can
past
make
that.
them re-roll to see if they don't save on with silver barbs.
Yeah.
If you get a save and you want to re-roll.
Alright. Azarael. It's right, you're playing 3 people right now.
Yes. So, who else left? Is it just the 2 of them?
There's 3 of them left. The spellcaster, Lady Marcelon, and the vampire warrior.
Oh, there's a spellcaster?
Yeah,
You do not know where he is at the moment.
Okay. I don't have a way for him to see the other side of this wall. Oh, actually, she is visible because she's halfway through the wall, right?
Yeah, I'd say you could partially see her.
Yeah, let's just keep her trapped in the fire. Force cage.
You can use force cage?
Fucking trap her in the fire. Then she can't go anywhere. She just gets roasted.
Okay, go for it.
I like
Yeah, you
this
have a
idea.
force cage. I assume you're doing what, the 10-foot solid wall?
Not solid wall because then it would keep the magic out.
Oh, so it's the actual, like, cage.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, that'll work. That'll do.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good call or not. Who cares? I already said it. It's done. Mark it off.
So, how big is that cage, the non-solid one?
I can make it just bigger or small as I want to. I'll just make it just big enough that it keeps you trapped in. Just enough to keep her pinned.
Okay, so exactly around her body shape, pretty much. Like a 5-foot square of it.
Yeah, it works. And
All
then Azrael is just gonna be, ho ho! I can't see fuck through that wall! Yoink! Actually, he can see through he can see her through the wall. So he'll stay there. Actually, in fact, he'll even move up. Now that I'm thinking about it. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Rain.
And stop there at 5. Yes. Boop. Right there. Alright, he's done.
Okay. Then we're moving on to Molly. What you got?
Alright.
Fair enough, we could actually just leave now and she'll just die eventually.
I mean, there's a limit to how long you can concentrate on the spells.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if we leave, we just maintain concentration. Who's laughing now? And she just roasts in radiant fire.
I'm down for that. Leave her to burn. Unless she has a good weapon on her, then, might be good to grab that.
In an hour.
I mean, we'll sit here and, take a short
Yeah.
rest and
In an hour.
literally just watch her roast while we, recuperate, heal
And we
up.
say the cage lasts an hour, so.
I'm not entering that particular circle, so I don't.
Wait, so this big circle here, what is this? The one that is... Oh, that's difficult terrain that you're
Fireball.
moving through, by the way, Molly.
Yeah.
Is the top circle my fireball you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Fireball.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me go ahead and
I
delete
can
that.
take that off of there now, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cage.
You can bonus action.
Oh, well, we don't need to draw it because he said he just put it in the 5-foot square that she's occupying.
Okay, so I don't have. Okay, so I'm not entering anything squirrely.
No, you're just
Terrain
entering an
level.
area that's difficult terrain.
Okay.
So the creature, so the lady in the cage, you can damage them from outside without damaging the cage.
If
Like, could
you
I
are
hit her with
attacking
another
with
spell?
something that can fit in between the bars.
So
Like
magic.
a bullet.
Yeah, and
like a
the holes
bullet.
in the bars are like a square inch. Also, the cage is invisible.
Okay. Cool.
Is it? I don't think it's
cool.
invisible.
I like
It
the way
is.
this sounds.
This is like
I've
Wall of
never
Force, and Wall of
pictured-
Force is invisible.
Really?
Been that way the whole time.
So. So if I'm difficult terrain, everything's halved, right?
Yeah, you move at half speed, so it takes double movement to move through it.
Okay.
What's that?
If the cage is actually invisible. Go ahead.
I'm reading. I'm reading it now.
Yeah.
You,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna-
you
invisible.
doubt my expertise of fourth cage.
So, talking my way across. As far as I can go, as far as regular speed, because everything's halved, is as far as I can go. 20 feet. But I can bonus action.
Bonus action.
Yeah.
Range.
That's a bonus.
What are we doing? Bonus action.
You can bonus action teleport or bonus action rage. One of the two.
D&D. ASMR.
Yeah, it's just whether or not you want to be raging or not. Yeah. Okay. So go. Or you can bonus action rage, and as part of your rage, you also get to move farther. I'm just saying you got options. Oh, okay. I'm just giving you your way. You asked me for my opinion. I give it to you.
I want to teleport!
Then teleport.
Okay! I'm going to bonus action teleport 120 feet and go skippity paps.
To who?
I haven't decided yet. I can see people.
Dead people?
I see dead people.
Yes. Man, I should have.
Because I think the way your teleport works is, doesn't it have to have a target? If I remember right, you teleport to an individual, like entity.
Yes.
I think I might be wrong.
Oh man.
I'm not
What did they
You
do?
tell her how
Teleport.
that teleport works.
I was like, either way, I'm still
you how that
teleporting to one of the
teleport
dudes. So, like, I'm going. I just gotta figure out which of the three that I see I'm going.
Well, one's in the cage. It's gonna be hard to hit him. So go for one of the other two. There's.
Lady Marcel.
She's in the cage.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You sound like SpongeBob.
There you go. Okay.
If you go on the one, go to the north of them, and then you have advantage on all your attacks. Yep. Now you have advantage on all your attacks.
The pass. Regular action.
But part of your bonus action is you get to attack.
Yeah. You attack when you pop up. Now I know you have like a limited usage of like you can only do that like a certain number of times a day, but 3. Okay.
Hateful.
Roll
Aw.
again. You have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Better.
There you go. Yeah, that's better.
Like, hateful.
Two more times.
Really?
Yeah, because that was only your bonus
You
action.
still have your whole action.
Roll again. You have advantage on all your attacks. There you go. 11 hits. Roll damage.
Damage.
Yep, and then roll again with advantage.
Do you just want to see if you get a crit?
She crits on 19, doesn't she?
Do you?
I know. I don't. What?
I thought there was a thing. Never mind.
That's not a thing. That's
Yeah,
a cool thing,
well
but
done.
no.
It's like that's like a champion fighter thing.
Yeah,
I don't think
I think you're
barbarians get that.
I don't remember.
Oh, how you want to do this? He was about to heal next turn too. No, actually, he. I don't. No, yeah, he was, but doesn't matter. However, as you skewer this thing, because this is a true vampire, as you pierce it the final time, it just goes and dissipates into a mist.
Nice.
Next.
Not laughing now.
The end of my turn.
Yeah, it did.
All right. So, why won't it go? There we go. Okay. So you notice, however, this mist starts to move.
Ah, crap.
Gotta keep it from getting away.
Just a fart in the wind.
Wait, would the mist
yeah,
be able to move out of the magical force cage?
That wasn't the one in the force cage.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So the mist. I can't hit the mist.
No. I mean, you can. It just wouldn't do anything. I mean, you're welcome to attack it
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah.
Too bad you missed.
Ah.
All right. Why do I have Nessun in here twice?
Drop some.
Twice the fun.
All right, top of the round. At the top of the round, she, just to be petty, she's going to make a melee attack at the Cat of Catastrophe. As one of her legendary actions.
Did she do that?
Yeah?
Through the
From
cage?
in the cage?
She can fit a weapon through the bars.
They're 1 square inch.
A square
Hey,
inch
don't,
is about that wide. I feel like I could fit
Okay.
like a sword edge through that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I
We'll
feel like I could
revisit
fit a
this
sword
later.
edge through that.
I'm gonna boot my cat. Alright.
We will never forget this. So, haha.
I am gonna give him a bonus based on like I'm gonna say he's like half obscured, so I'm gonna give him like a +5 to his AC though, because she is attacking through this.
Yeah,
There's
well,
always a chance
he's
she could smack one of the bars.
He's a cat. So sure. I'm sure he's gonna be
I need-
super hardy.
I need freaking haste.
Well, I think that's gonna hit.
Yep. He's got 44 hit points, so let's see what you do.
44.
7 temporary, 37 normal.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix this thing. I typed my damage in and it decided it didn't want to work.
Oh, that's how you don't roll. You just type your damage in.
Well, whenever you make
I'm gonna type
a
in I did
NPC sheet,
87 points of damage.
whenever you like when you make an NPC sheet, that's what you do. You type in it in the script and just kind of hope it works, but this isn't for some reason. I don't know why it won't work. I'll just grab it manually. Okay, so he takes 19, 22, 30 points of damage from this melee attack.
Still up.
Still up? Okay. Alright, and now it is Anon's turn.
No way.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I don't believe it. Sweet. It's been forever. I forgot how this felt.
Like an hour and a half.
Oh no. Well, good lord. These are some long rounds. That's what she said. How do I want to do? You know what? I'm tired of this chick. She's on my nerves. So I'm gonna fly down here. And I'm gonna start making your mama jokes.
Is that gonna be your action?
No. It's just verbal.
Oh.
And
Okay.
then I'm going to
That was oral.
ooh. Thank you. That's beautiful. Oh, but Tony has left the chat. I am going
Alright,
to
enough of that, you fucking heathens.
I'm gonna use disintegrate on her.
You use disintegrate.
And
That's what, a deck save?
yeah. No, because Julius decides that it succeeds.
How many times can you do that?
I can
Oh.
do it, and it gives me a level of exhaustion each time. I have done it with a nod already, and he has one level of exhaustion. This is Julius's first time.
So, with that being
Okay.
said, will Julius ever be able to do that again?
Yes, because it's not a spell slot. It's just
okay.
one of my abilities. So
Okay, roll
oh,
your
yeah,
damage.
Yeah,
Roll your damage on your
yeah.
disintegrate.
You know you like that. You like that. Okay. 10d6 plus 40. I'll take that. That sounds pretty good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 28 plus
6
40,
D10.
68.
You said
Wait,
10d6
I did it wrong.
sooner. Yeah, you're
Oh, yeah,
actually
60,
better off
10.
doing the. Oh, so is that right?
Hold on, let me check because you got me second guessing myself now. 10d6. I did 60-10. Okay, so no, I did not do that right. Let me do this right. 10d6. 1.
And that'll give you a
2,
higher
3,
average
4,
damage anyway.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So
Oh, that's a lot of ones.
35 plus 40. So 75 points.
7. Jeez. Okay, she's not laughing now. She actually felt that one.
Yeah.
She felt it go in
Yeah.
this time. That's good.
She's like, oh.
Okay.
How you like them apples? Okay. Now it's Julius's turn. So, what does JJ want to do? Oh, JJ. He's like, yes, father. I'm like, I need your powers, my boy. Okay, father.
My dear boy.
See, I know I bought something from you last time that would give him abilities because that's why I bought an item, but I can't remember what it was.
Where did you buy it
That
from?
is
Where
so
were you
not-
when you bought it?
I don't know.
Were you in the Witch's
in
Forest?
Hades?
Did you make any notes, maybe? Like go in the notes section?
No.
That would be like,
no.
boom, easy, done.
100% no.
Where did you
Um,
get a Nightvine?
I don't remember. It's been too long, man. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'll just deal with it because I can't remember. Let's see. Do I want to do something drastic, or do I want to play it safe?
Safe is for bitches.
Oh, you're so right. I hate you. Ooh, I'm a Chronergy wizard. Why didn't I just think of that? Okay, so we are going to do. See if I can waste it on her. We're going to use our momentary stasis. She has to make a Constitution saving throw.
What does momentary stasis do?
Unless the saving throw is successive, the creature is encased in a field of magical energy until the end of your next turn or until the creature takes damage. While encased in this way, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Well, she rolled a 25 on that con save.
Oh, crap. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, it's fine. We'll go back up into our special fortress in the air and see what happens.
Okay. Vampire
And that was fun.
spellcaster. Let's see. Who can he see? 5, 10. How high in the air are you, Anand?
50 feet.
Okay. Cool. I'm just looking something up. I know what I'm going to do, and this is going to be great. If I'm right about something. Okay. Yeah, so he's going to move over here. He's going to put himself right here. Yeah, you are 50 feet in the air.
I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome to hit him. Alright, never mind. You're too far away. You're too high up in the air.
Oh, not one. I tried.
So when he sees you attack him, he just looks at you like a side eye, like you're not even worth his attention. And he just says, "You don't move." And I need you to make a... Where is that spell? I think it's a wisdom save, I want to say.
Does it hold person?
Yeah, wisdom save. And actually, no, he doesn't say don't move. He says you are mine.
17
Ah, sus.
plus 5.
Oh, that's a 22. That damn aura of protection. Alright, yeah, you succeed.
And I'm just gonna look at him and go, "You don't tell me what to do, sweetheart."
Alright, that was his fucking turn. Alright, Bon, you're up. I was getting so excited, too, because I thought you were about to fail that.
So I'm going to interact with the object and pull out my arcane cannon. And homegirl's getting a lightning shot to the face. I'm gonna need her to
remember,
make a
Sean.
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save? Alright.
Yes, please. And this will probably be my last turn for the night.
This is gonna be the last round.
Molly also gets a +5
Figured.
as well.
Oh, that's right, she does. Okay, we try to keep that in mind because anybody, if you're within 10 feet of Ungan, you get a +5 to all of your saving throws if you're within 10 feet of him. Every single one. So keep that in mind. That's a 23 that she rolled.
Yeah,
rolled
she'll take half
pretty
of this,
pretty good
and
on that
that's
one.
fine. Yeah, she'll take half of it. That's okay. One, two, three. So she'll take that many points, half of that, and lightning damage.
So 19 points. Okay.
And I'll bonus action hide again.
You got to move to a new spot.
Bonus action hide again.
I mean, more than 5 feet, dude.
Damn it.
Move a decent amount. Like, if you move 15 feet, I'll say you can hide. There you go.
Come on,
I need to move to hide again. One step.
I mean, okay.
All right. So that's the end of your turn. Neston.
Yeah.
Hey, where
Hold
is
on.
this misty cloud of the first guy that got wrecked?
What do you mean?
He turned into a poof of
Oh,
mist.
it's the vampire warrior. He is currently a poof of mist right now.
Yeah, I know. Where is he? Where is this
You
cloud?
personally can't see him.
Okay. So this is gonna just come, I guess, over here. Look, you can see him now. So we're gonna go 20, 25, 30. Yep. So we're just gonna go. And he's gonna hit all those guys.
What is he doing?
As an action, you can move the moonbeam 60 feet.
I'm trying to think if it works that way, where you can literally like drag it, or you just make it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's.
On each of your
That's
turns
good.
after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the moonbeam 60 feet.
Okay. So that's a dex save from both of them. Well, actually, no, that's not a dex. That's a dex save from one of them. The vampire warrior turns and ignites in a ball of fire and disappears. So his body disappears. He is gone. The spellcaster, he rolled a 15, which is definitely a failure, so full damage, as this beam of this lunar light that's streaming in this column from above. And he doesn't seem happy with that, but still, it's only 7 points of damage. Okay.
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement, and since it's 60, it's the first time they're in it. Where is it? Each of your turns, we guess as well. Where is it here?
Later.
First time you're in it or starts your turn there. Okay. So just the one time there, and then it's just gonna go right there. That's the exact noise it makes. Since it went 25 feet away, I'll just move it 25 feet back. It's 50 feet.
Put it back in the same spot? Okay.
Yeah, so back on the chick in the cage.
I never thought of it could actually work that way. I thought it was like, you can put it somewhere within 60 feet. But, I mean, you're probably right.
This is the first time I've ever cast a spell. I'm just going by the description.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right.
Okay. She
Alright.
does not have to make the save again. It's just whenever she starts her turns on it now.
Yeah. She's going to use her second legendary action to try to smack your cat again.
Bro, what? Why it gotta be like that? Call PETA on this chick.
Because he can't do anything else.
Because I can't do anything else, I might as well get rid of your cat.
It feels good to bring Force Cage back into the equation.
18, that still hits.
The cat casts shield.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, the cat doesn't have shield. However, what is the cat's AC? I did say I was giving it half cover because she was attacking through the bars, which would give it an AC of 19. So that's actually a miss.
That'd be 3/4. Half is 3. I think 3/4.
Or 3/4, I mean.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Technically, the bars are as thick as the space between the bars. It is 50%. Oh. Well, it's fine. Yeah, it misses. Alright, Ungan, you're up.
Okay. Bonus action, Shield of Faith.
That gives you, what, a +2 or +3?
+2.
And it's concentration, right?
Yep. But
Okay.
I'm a warcaster, so fuck off. And let's see. Well, if you can do it, I can do it too. So I'm gonna try to fucking impale her.
I mean, we still have the warrior dude that's there.
Yeah, I'm not
Or
worried
the
about him.
spellcaster.
I missed with that one.
I'm also giving her a bonus to her AC if you're attacking her through the bars.
Yeah, I missed it.
Unless you have something like Sharpshooter, for example, but if you don't, then
I have Polearm Master. Does that count?
no, that doesn't count.
Okay. And you know what? I'll move and I'll fucking. He pissed me off enough. I'm gonna hit him. Let's see if my little thing hurt. And partially resistant.
Wait, what did you use that did force and...
I have. I get force because of my bread for war. I get 5 points of force damage.
Okay, I see what you mean. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's from Sorcerer, that's not a Paladin thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's gonna take that, and then he's also gonna, because I'm gonna say fuck it and Channel Divinity his, or Fiendish Smite his ass. So this will be 2d8 of fire damage.
Of fire?
Mhm.
Okay.
He's a freaking vampire. I'm not gonna use necrotic.
Why not?
So he's gonna take 12 points of fire damage.
Let me add that. Yeah, as you smack this thing with this halberd, as this
And
like
another D6 of
sulfuric
fire damage.
smell encompasses your halberd as it just bursts into flame as you slash across this thing's torso. All right.
Yep. He also takes 3 more points of fire damage.
Let me add that too. Okay, is that the end of your turn? You got more.
That's it.
That's it? All right, Voss, what you got? I want to get through this round, so I'm, yeah. What you got, Voss?
Well, I don't see anybody to attack. Nobody's low enough to heal, so I miss my pony, and I'm literally going to find Greater Steed, summon it in, get back on my mount so I can fly above the firewall and all.
So you're casting Find Greater Steed and getting a Pegasus?
Yep. Though it's, I'm all about blending in, so it's actually going to look like a fiendish hell steed.
It's
wings.
still a horse with wings, though.
No, because Find Greater Steed says that even though it keeps its stats, you choose its form to be celestial, fey, or fiend.
Okay. So
it's
this thing would
hell
have
steed.
like bat wings instead of like
Exactly,
angelic
yeah.
wings.
Like flaring like fire nostrils and fire mane. It's just gonna look like a fiendish, creepy hell steed, basically.
Yeah, the only
That
thing
would
I was saying
blend
is
in.
it couldn't technically look like a nightmare because a nightmare doesn't have wings. A nightmare is literally just a unicorn that had its wings ripped off.
Yeah, no, it's not a nightmare. I mean, you can make it a nightmare. I don't care, but yeah, it's
No,
basically.
it's just a hellish unicorn.
Yeah,
Or not a
it's
unicorn, I
hellish
mean
fucking unicorn.
Or Pegasus, I mean, not a
Yeah.
unicorn.
Like it would have like 2 horns in the front instead of 1, and they'd be like creepy spiral horns.
Sounds pretty sick.
All right, so I can use my interact with an object to mount it, right? Or does it require
Half your movement?
Half my movement? Okay, so then I still have the half of the movement for the Pegasus, which is 60. So
you'd have the Pegasus full movement.
Oh, all right, yeah,
So-
that's cool. Then I just use my movement to hop on it over. Hold on, if I can slide my thing right over here, and then I go full 65. 10, 15, 20, 20. I could just slide my guy off of there and use that instead. So
Yeah, I'll just drag him off screen.
So let's see, 5. Keeps going black every time I click on the Pegasus.
It shouldn't. Oh,
Because the Pegasus doesn't have night vision.
does the Pegasus not have dark vision?
Nope.
Does the Griffin? Because I could also summon in a Griffin.
I don't think either one of them have it.
I mean, the thing is, I'm flying it and I have vision. So if I'm flying it, I know where I can see where I want to go.
Yeah, so we'll just go based on your token for this then. Like, you
Okay,
have a
that's
Pegasus.
That's fine. Okay, so I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And I'm using a little bit to go like 10 feet up in the air, too. Actually, yeah, I'll go like 15 feet up, and then I land right there over the fire. Well, how high is the fire?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. So I would put me like right here, kind of over top of the flames.
So hovering like 20 feet off the ground, or 25 feet off the ground, technically, to not be within the flames.
Yes.
Okay.
Fire in the flame. This is literally through the fire in the flame.
I could never play that on Guitar Hero.
I could do it on medium. I couldn't do it on hard. Pause.
Pause.
Never mind.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Here's a spell, movement. Actually, I'll give a one of my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Hungin. That way, I don't feel so bad about hitting him with a fireball.
Okay.
So now you have a D12 you can add.
Sweet.
Put that in your notes somewhere so that we don't forget next session.
Well, it only lasts like a minute anyway.
Yeah, but still, don't. That way he doesn't forget next session.
Just like you.
All right. So, is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Sorry, I didn't click the thing.
All right. So she is going to subtle spell a Misty Step. I know she has to make a save.
But she gets hit by the wall of fire and the radiant thing.
Yeah, she still takes all the damage. So that's. Is it automatic or do I make the cons? Do I have to make the saves still?
Yeah, big saves.
Okay. Here's con save. Here's dex save. Con save is a 26, and the dex save is a 14. So that's a failure.
Con 26, so she'll take half of this. So 4 points of radiant.
Yeah.
And takes a full
And
point
she
of
is
wall
not
fire.
healing right now. And where's the non roll your wall of fire damage. So what kind of save does she have to make if she's trying to teleport out of a force cage? Is it a charisma save?
I think so. Let me see here. Force cage creature. Inside the king, can't leave by non-magic means. Must make a charisma saving throw against Azrael's DC. I don't know what his DC is.
It's gonna be 18. Yeah.
What
I've
is-
rolled pretty good.
What is his DC? Because he's level 20, so shouldn't it be above?
Oh, no, you're right. It's gonna be 19 because he has a proficiency bonus of 6. Yeah.
So get that shit out of here. Oh,
You rolled a 23. She rolled a 23.
Oh, that's fine. Silver barbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she needs to re-roll that.
She does.
27. So the 23 still stands.
Yeah.
Got something else?
We can just keep hitting her with silvery barbs. We can just pile it on. Silver barb, silver barb, silver barb.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Waiting for my turn.
Going once.
Silvery
Going
barbs.
twice. We roll it again. That's such a mistake allowing that spell.
Is it?
Well, I did roll slightly lower, so now that's a 22. What you have her down to?
Can I
Save
also
bonus.
stack on,
She's a sorcerer, dude.
can I also stack on silver barbs?
Yep.
Sure, if you're within range.
Yeah, I'm right over top.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, I'll use a first level. That's a first level spell slot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dumb. That feels like a second or third level spell, like a counter spell. But yeah, okay.
Alright, rolling it again. Well, that's a 29, so the 22 still stands.
What is she
Anybody-
Julius is
rolling?
hitting the silvery barbs. Yep, Julius is hitting the silvery barb.
He's never getting that first level slot back.
That's fine. I'll just make another Julius.
Well, so now that's a nat 1, so congratulations. It took all of that to get me to use my first legendary resistance.
Really? Resistance?
Yeah, I'm using my legendary resistance to get her the fuck out of there.
Yeah, see, Hungon's not doing anything because he wants to fight her. Like, I could cast counterspell.
She subtle cast it, so you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. Otherwise, we
But that
would've
being
done.
said, now that she's out of there, she's going to take her full round of attacks to do exactly what Ungon wants her to do.
Do it.
That being said, I don't know why this damage
Hold on,
isn't
let me-
working.
That's a miss. Remember, my AC is a 28.
Oh wow, I'm stupid. I didn't have the word damage typed in, therefore it wasn't letting me roll it.
Well, she missed anyways.
I know.
You gonna go for another attack?
I'm trying to think if there's some way that she can get advantage. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's a 30.
Shield.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me, man.
And you're the one.
Alright, yeah, that's a miss.
That takes a
Right.
33 to hit me now.
Let me look at your numbers, where that's coming from. I'll do that after this.
26 is my AC.
From...
And then, from my art between the armor at 19, the great cloak of greater protection, the ring of protection, plus I get another point for my shit for my classer.
Oh, your defense fighting style?
My fighting style, and then on top of that, I cast Shield of Faith. So that's a +2, so that makes it 28. Plus Shield makes it a 33.
Alright, the math checks out. You're using literally every single one of your attunement slots to make that happen, so I guess that makes sense.
He is nothing but a fucking shield.
Alright, go ahead, Lucas.
Well, she's out there next to Molly. I kind of want Molly to just be in there and get wrecked.
So I am 80
Wait.
points down. So.
Because Molly's gonna fuck her up. So
Wait, how are you 80 points? Holy shit, I didn't realize you were that hurt.
Yeah. 22 plus 58.
I actually thought about healing her, but I
Anyone
feel like
under
it's not
18.
necessary. We can short rest after this, and I can heal everyone up with a song of rest.
I'm about to rage and go skip to Paps. It's fine.
I feel like it's rage time.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna rage.
Hey, how bad off does the
Don't need it
Rage yet,
now,
and I've done
Marquez.
How
Murphy.
about does what?
how bad off does the
No, bro, I didn't even
spellcaster
notice.
look?
Oh, my bad.
I was gonna use haste so that way I could cast Shield of Faith on
He
Molly
looks
too.
he looks wounded, but well, you'd have to twin spell it in that instance
I
because it is
know, but I was
concentration.
Oh, you
gonna do
motherfuckers.
that.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
I mean, so he looks wounded. He looks like he's still got plenty of fight left to him, but he looks not quite bloodied, but with some clearly noticeable wounds.
I want to do something just because I think it would be funny. So I'm gonna do the thing that I think is gonna be funny.
Do it.
I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's a strong 11
Okay? I have to make a charisma saving throw.
against your own DC.
No.
What are you doing?
Dude.
I'm gonna use a luck point and reroll that.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude!
my god.
Oh my god.
4 and a 2.
Can I do anything?
Dude, I don't think I've seen you roll. I don't think I've seen you roll that low in a long
No,
time.
I haven't either. You're kind of the good roller of the group. You pretty much don't have a bad roll.
I'm supposed to do the bad roll. Me.
So tell me what happens here. What's happening here?
Nothing happens.
What were you trying?
I was gonna teleport him into the force cage.
I assumed that's what you were doing.
Ah!
You're like, what? I wouldn't. What? Nothing? What?
So yeah, no, that's what I was saying. You were making a charisma saving throw against your own DC.
Well, against Azrael's DC.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, against Azrael's DC. Yeah.
Just to see here. Let me see if I. God, I still would have failed again after 3. How many
Well,
rounds it takes
no,
to
with
get
the DC being 19, if you match it, you succeed.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
Either way, nothing happens. That's that.
Okay.
Oh, but my cat goes.
You can't
Yeah.
turn.
You gonna make an attack against Ungon with the cat?
It has to.
You gonna attack Molly?
No. It's gonna attack Lady Van Selig. That's the only thing you can attack.
Oh.
Oh, go on the
Why?
other side. Go on the other side, so we can get at least one. We get advantage.
It has to go
Well-
the shortest route, dude.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
That's
it
fine.
gets advantage because it's pack tactics.
I can always move at my next turn.
I don't know. It seems like you're not really having much of a one-on-one fight with her.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright, and I guess that's it.
What kind of paladin are you? Not playing fair.
I'm a hell paladin.
You still have rules. You still have a code.
It's fine.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to use one other thing because I've had it for fucking ever.
Oh.
Can I use a divine inspiration and reroll that?
Sure.
Ooh.
I've literally had 2 divine inspiration for like almost the entire campaign here. So we'll roll one more time. I gotta get what you said, at least a 19.
19.
All right, I gotta get at least an 8.
Ballsy.
There you go.
The vampire spellcaster can go in the cage.
So that puts him right there. As you just move him into the cage. Which, by your design, is
That's
only big enough
perfect.
for one.
Yep. So he's in the wall of fire and the moonbeam. So
So,
I think
Dex and con
all that on
saves.
his. The moonbeam is only at the beginning of his turn because he's already hit it once. I don't know when the wall of fire.
Oh, yeah. No,
Well, a wall fires when you enter its space.
Yeah, and he hasn't
Marte,
taken
roll the
that yet
damage.
in this round. But yeah, you're right. He has taken damage from the moonbeam already this round.
Marte, roll damage for the firewall.
Make sure you get the most out of your
28.
wall of fire, dude. Wall of fuego.
So he did roll a 22 on
Hey,
that save,
it's
so
in
that's
there
14.
chilling. Still not horrible.
No, it's definitely not.
Now I'm actually done.
Okay. Well, not really, because now it's Azrael's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, god dang it. Alright, yeah. How heavy are we going with this thing with him? Cause he can't even get there without going through the wall of fire. Let me see. So we can't see through the wall of fire.
Technically, he could kind of see a little bit the vampire spellcaster. Because he's, like, in it, but, like, not on the other side of it.
Okay.
That's a cute chair, Brandon.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's
He's just
extra cute.
Sure. Just not gonna go big or anything for this guy because he can't do much here. So we're just gonna hit him with this. Got a 20 on a DC 19. All right.
What was that?
Something mind sliver.
Oh, okay.
Not really too worried about it.
Alright. Is that all you got for him? And he's not a sorcerer, so he can cast as a bonus.
Nah.
Alright, Molly. Conclude the round.
It was like rage.
I think you should kill that vampire who's out of the way in the cage.
Yeah, let's show you what happened to the last guy in the previous Elven Ruins.
So yeah, it's Kit's chair that because it's broken, I'm using it. And she's took mine because she works from home, so she needs a better chair than I do.
Hey,
Well,
if
it's
you
Thanks.
adorable.
Just walk around. You can advance.
Hey, I saw that also you had this like big ass D20 sitting there. What is that?
Oh, that one too. Yeah.
Oh, you mean my giant inflatable D20?
And they get advantage
Oh,
on that.
that's what that is?
That's awesome.
Okay, that is cool.
That is cool.
It's for my stream, so every time
I know somebody
donates
else who has
$5, they get their name on the D20.
Oh, bro, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then put
What did you
down
do
the
with
bottom
your
level.
D20, Gavin?
That gives you advantage.
Oh, it's
Roll damage.
it's
On the shelf right there.
it's right there.
Yes, I see it. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I paid $20 to get me a giant inflatable D20.
Nat 20.
Did you do your teleport thing?
Mm.
Oh!
You get to roll an extra
Wow,
damage die.
great. I'm rolling extra damage die.
Yes.
Is that a barbarian thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
It should
Okay.
be brutal critical.
And with this strike, it is a clean impalement with this
Hey, just
attack.
roll on her. You don't have to press that thing.
Well, let's see how my dice go for
Yeah.
me.
And then roll a.
Should be another D10.
Yeah, that one. You gotta roll that one in the chat.
That's fine.
And then one more time with advantage.
Look, before you roll damage, let me add another. I don't want to overlook your extra damage. Alright, now you may roll damage. Okay, yeah, you completely impale her with that critical hit as you roughly yank the weapon back out, cleaving another gash across her back. If she was not a vampire, she would be beyond dead from this strike. But obviously, being a vampire, she has a bit more hardy. But she notices you, and sarcastically, after she gets hit through gritted teeth, as you see a drop of blood trickle from her mouth, she looks at you and just says, "Ow." Turning her attention from Hungan to you. As she just says, "Your blood will taste sweet."
You have to live long enough
Nice.
to taste it.
And with that,
Ooh,
we're going to go ahead and end the session. It is 11 o'clock. So we will pick back up right here, and hopefully next session we will conclude with a final meeting with Zariel. Hopefully.
I don't know. Are you guys gonna sit here and just make a bunch of like dirty jokes about your slave for an hour and a half again? Because we're not down. But like, it feels like we need to like make our own time a lot before that.
Woot woot.
So next session we're also going to start on time instead of like 7:30, 7:45 like today.
That's the best joke I've heard so far.
The next session, the goal is going to be to start on time. The goal this time wasn't to start on time. That I can promise. I can promise to give it a try.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
All right, with that,
I will talk to y'all later.
Yep,
All right.
later.
Good night.
I'm going to go
gents.
watch some
And
TV
lady.
and
Y'all take
then
care.
play some Baldur's Gate.
That sounds nice. I gotta go.
I'm gonna watch
Enjoy.
TV